This is the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Gold heading back to Lawrence County.
Your home for the County of Champions.
Can you say 3P? Union Scotties, WPIAL champions.
The New Shannock Lancers are PIAA Class 2A state champions once again.
Swing and a miss. The Union Scotties. It's double gold for the County of Champions.
Wilmington, your District 10 1A champ.
Makes the catch. That will do it. Mohawk, back to back. Go celebrate.
The top local athletes and the top sports moments all featured here, live or archived at lcsportsnet.com.
There he is. Left corner for three. He's the now all-time leading scorer.
Palmer McCain makes the catch. Somehow the adjustment, and he is going to take it to the house.
His Monitis works through Ritson. Has a chance. Score! Off
the tip of the glove of the first baseman, Benedict. Actually recovered. And did they get her? They did!
He has wide open. Dave McKnight gets the touchdown.
Featuring over 100 broadcasts of county events in over a dozen sports. Your voice for Lawrence County sports.
The gold ball headed home to Newcastle.
This is the Lawrence County SportsNet.
We are live at Taggart Stadium in Newcastle as West Allegheny travels to take on the Red Hurricanes. West Allegheny 2-4 overall this season. Newcastle is 6-1. We are just moments away from the start of senior night here in Newcastle. So let's turn it over to the public address announcer and join the celebration of senior night 2025 here at Taggart Stadium.
Good evening, and welcome to Senior Night Fall 2025. We would like to take this time to recognize the dedication of our seniors. With much Hurricane pride in their accomplishments, we applaud these young people on our grand field this evening. We will begin with our seniors on the football team. Justin Adkins and Sheldon Guthrie, escorted by Kara and Justin Adkins.
Dan.
You're going to. That's my seat.
Can you just slide it down?
Matt, they want to.
Kobe Booker, escorted by Becky Shields and Harry Booker. Mason Cook, escorted by Jayla Cook, John and Sister Maddox Wilson. Escorted by Amy and Ed Shevitz. Rome Douglas, escorted by Shaklisha Stoddard. Demetrius Fambro, Jr., escorted by Ashley Fambro and Demetrius Fambro. Whitney Lane and Michael Harris Jr. Damian Harrison, escorted by mother, Ratasha Lawson, and uncle, baby John Cox. Jocko Lane, escorted by Santana Lane and Janaea Lane. Escorted by Mindy Miles, Craig Lemon, and stepmother Jamie Lynn Lemon. Tim McElroy Jr., escorted by Mildred McElroy and Tim McElroy Sr. Ritter, escorted by Fiona Snyder and Hayward Ritter. Jaden Schaefer, also a member of Student Council, escorted by Christian Schaefer, Jeremiah Watson, and Uncle Thomas Schaefer. Jacob Sopkovich, escorted by Becky Lavolsi and brother Nathan Lavolsi. Travis Wetzel, escorted by grandmother Renee Teal and father Stephen Wetzel. Now for our senior cheerleaders. Rihanna Brothers, also a peer leader, treasurer of the senior class, member of Student Council and the volleyball team, escorted by her mother, Eileen Bauer, and her father, Brandon Brothers. Nylea Gardner, escorted by her aunt, Tamisha Jackson, and mom, Jocelyn Lowe. Caitlin Griffin, escorted by Jody McClimans and Amanda Dominic. Gianna Canarum, also a candy cane and a member of Student Council, escorted by Haley and Jason DiMuccio. Kamaya Tompkins, escorted by Sean Tompkins, brother Caden Tompkins, and Uncle Jeff Tompkins. Now for our senior marching band members. Akira Allen, escorted by siblings Mackenzie Smith and Carl Allen. Drum Major Cheyenne Conti, also a candy cane, escorted by Melanie and Stephen Conti. Brooke DeHaven, escorted by EJ DeHaven. Talasia King, escorted by Rayco Booker, Vista Johnson, and Joseph Edwards. Sophia Klein, escorted by Michelle Cox and Michael Klein. Drum Major Joseph Marshall, also a peer leader, escorted by Daniela and Brad Marshall. Joshua Pitzer, escorted by Lynn and Jeff Pitzer. Bella Isabel Serrano, escorted by Margaret Shawn and Pedro Serrano. Now for our senior candy canes. Alina Carson, also a member of Student Council, escorted by Haley and Jansen Carson. Erin Chandler, honoring the memory of her father and her cousin Titi, escorted by Mom Robin Chandler, Godfather Dwayne Evans, and cousin Will Young. Captain Riley Clark, also a cheerleader, escorted by Javon Clark and Michael Ortiz. Tamara Cruz, escorted by Marissa Cruz and Donald Gold. Kiara Davis. Honoring the memory of her grandmother, Billie Jean Davis, also a cheerleader, escorted by Starlet Davis, Meredith Russo, and Loyal Davis. Juanita Glidden, escorted by Juanita and Christopher Glidden.
I'm going to give this to you now, okay? If you do the same thing you did last week at halftime, I'll be forever grateful. Will do. Yes, sir.
Caitlin Hauk, also a member of Student Council, escorted by Amanda Hauk and Keith Boyd. Alicia Jones, also a member of Student Council, escorted by Jen Critchlow and Ryan Jones. Janisa Morrison, also a cheerleader, senior class president, a member of the volleyball team, student council, and a peer leader, escorted by Catherine Kumro and Jadon Morrison. And Nero, escorted by Nicole Berry and Benjamin Nero. Your 2025 homecoming queen and captain, Layla Ott, also a cheerleader, a member of the volleyball team, and a peer leader, escorted by Letitia and Shane Ott. Anna Reeder, also a member of the girls cross country team, escorted by Kara and John Reeder. Rogers, also a cheerleader and member of student council, escorted by Sharday Mercer and James Rogers. Julia Scott, also a member of student council, escorted by Brooke Scott and Sean Scott. Senior flag line members. Dennis Inces, escorted by Elias Inces and grandmother Venetia Georgiadis. Akira Kimmel, escorted by Billy and John Goggins. Kohler, escorted by Mother Denise Kohler and family friends Cassandra Rice and Jamie Lemon. Maury, escorted by Gina Galloway and Joshua Galloway. Emmy Rice, escorted by Tracy Pitts. Senior cross-country runners. Jasmine Calderero, also band manager, escorted by Amy and Christopher Calderero. Micah Frost, also a member of the Red Hurricane Marching Band and Student Council, escorted by Erica Frost and Michael Frost. Brandon Jones, also a member of the Red Hurricane Marching Band, escorted by Sonia Smith and Lawrence Smith. Nikki Claditis, also a peer leader, escorted by Kim and Andrew Claditis. Ethan Matthews, also a member of the Red Hurricane Marching Band, escorted by Lindsay Matthews and Christopher Matthews. Aiden McKay, escorted by Ashley Rizzo and Joseph McKay. Isaiah Noggle, escorted by Coach Jeff Shaftick and his wife, Rochelle Shaftick. Please allow me to recognize Jacob Mendoza, who was unable to attend this evening. Now for our senior golfers. Philip Lorenza, escorted by Kara and Lou Lorenza. Jeffrey Natal, escorted by Michelle and Jeff Natal. And now for our senior peer leaders. Shelby Norris, also member of Student Council and Vice President of the senior class, bringing pride to her mom, Sally Fiscus, who could not be here this evening, escorted by her sister-in-law, Ashley Fiscus, and Miss Jessica Wiseman.
And that concludes tonight's senior night here from Taggart Stadium in Newcastle. Stay tuned as West Allegheny and the Newcastle Red Hurricane football game is coming your way next here on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Having a safe and healthy home is not something to play games with, especially if your home was built before 1978. You may be exposed to extremely harmful lead-based paint hazards. If you're concerned about lead in your home, don't roll the dice on your family's safety. LCAP's Healthy Homes Lead Hazard Reduction Program is here to help you win the battle. Your family's health and safety is the goal. Contact the Department of Healthy Homes today.
Congratulations to our September LCAP Team of the Month. The Lawrence County SportsNet is proud to honor Mohawk Boys Cross Country as the LCAP Team of the Month after winning their second consecutive undefeated section championship. Congratulations to coaches Jared Stratton and Cam Shermer and the Mohawk Boys Cross Country team, the LCAP Team of the Month. Lawrence County SportsNet is proud to honor Neshannock's Maddie Arrow as the September Red Zone Female Athlete of the Month for finishing as section runner-up in girls tennis, the doubles champion in the section, and qualifying for states in doubles. LC SportsNet is also proud to honor Neshannock's Rocco Baiuti as the September Male Athlete of the Month for finishing third in the WPIAL Golf Championships and qualifying for states. Congratulations and best of luck to Neshannock's Rocco Baiuti and Maddie Arrow, the September Red Zone Athletes of the Month.
Hey, Mom, do you need a ride to the store today?
Oh, no thanks, hon. I got it covered. Mike's taking me.
Okay, well, you have a doctor's appointment tomorrow, right? I can take you to that.
No, I got it covered too. Mike's taking me.
Mike?
Yes, Mike's my Axe driver. Picks me up right at my door and even helps carry my groceries. It's so convenient to schedule and ride with Axe. Wish I would have called him sooner.
Okay, Mom. Sounds like you got it covered.
I have an apple pie ready to eat. How about you help me with that?
Calling all sports fans. Never miss a moment with real-time alerts, keeping you in the loop when your favorite teams are playing.
Get instant updates sent straight to your phone with game schedules, changes, and all the latest news.
You can receive important updates and reminders, so you're always prepared for game time.
Be the first to cheer on your local teams and show your support.
Receive important updates and reminders, so you're always prepared for the game.
Signing up is quick and easy. Don't miss out. Sign up now and stay connected to the action.
Plus, follow us on social media for live updates, behind-the-scenes content, and community news.
Like in sports, it takes a great team to protect you, your family, and your business. MVP Insurance is that team. From home and auto to life and commercial insurance, you can count on us for coverage that adapts to your needs.
We're committed to excellence for our clients' experience and in serving our community.
It's a winning combination.
MVP Insurance. Don't get left on the sidelines. Log on to mvpins.com or call today to get your free quote.
And welcome back to Taggart Stadium. Eric Thomas and Tim Continenza with you here tonight as we got another Parkway showdown between the Newcastle Hurricanes at 6-1 and the West Allegheny Indians at 2-4. Important game tonight for the Hurricanes to simply keep pace and keep in control of that Parkway Conference as we have 3 weeks left in the regular season of high school football here in the WPIAL. There is a look at the Parkway standings, and believe it or not, there still exists a world in which this team does not make the playoffs, and that is because if they lose tonight and were to for some reason, lose out the rest of the way, they would likely be out of a playoff spot. So this game is vital to their success, vital to their chances at getting a top seed in the 4A tournament. 4A wide open tonight, and it will be the rest of the season. But a very important game for this team here tonight, Tim. Not the West Allegheny team that a year ago Newcastle had a lot of problems with, couldn't stop the run in that game. And that was part of that 3-game losing streak against Aliquippa and Montour that Newcastle suffered after they had the fast start. But again, we were here last week for their game against Montour. It's the Newcastle Revenge Tour. It's a big game. This team doesn't seem fazed by the moment. They haven't been all year long. And this is a West Allegheny team not as potent as they were a year ago. And Newcastle, the scripts have been completely flipped between these two teams entering play tonight.
Yeah, that's exactly it. The scripts have been flipped. We are at Taggart Stadium, which makes a huge difference in how this Red Hurricane team plays and just the comfortability of it. And you're seeing the growth week to week of Mario Graham at quarterback and what he brings to the field every day. Marino has just done a terrific job growing each and every opportunity that he has had, and this team has responded along the way. So I really think it should be an interesting matchup. As for West Allegheny, I'll say this. When you're a team that's 1-1 in the conference and have a sub-500 record overall, I've talked about this before, Eric, and I truly mean this, and every time we talk about it, the hardest thing to do is to get on a bus and travel like over an hour and be ready to play hard, good quality football. We'll see what happens here tonight. But I think this is a great opportunity for the Canes to take advantage of this and take full advantage of the Parkway Conference.
Let's listen in on tonight's national anthem, brought to you by the Newcastle Marching Band. We'll be back with some more pregame thoughts after we listen in on the bands tonight and their performance of the national anthem. Hurricanes Marching Band with another fantastic rendition of the national anthem here tonight. Before we kick things off, one quick thought about 4A tonight. You look at the state rankings according to Penn Live and the Patriot News. There's not a WPIAL team in the top 10. That might change tonight, though, because the biggest game in 4A and the one that we will keep an eye on score-wise for you tonight, aside from here and the other games in the Parkway, McKeesport and Mars will do battle in the Greater Allegheny Conference. That, for all intent and purposes, is going to be for that conference title. They're both 2-0 right now. The winner of that game would have a game-up advantage on the loser going into the final 2 weeks of the season. So we'll keep an eye on that game as well tonight. And we got a slew of other games across the county, too. Some big matchups tonight, some do-or-die situations for some of the area teams. It's Mohawk really up against it. They take on Western Beaver. They're going to have to win out if they want a shot at the playoffs. Elwood City trying to rebound against Riverside tonight, and New Brighton and Beaver Falls. That's a big game for Elwood because of where Elwood is positioned right now. They're going to need some help to get one of those spots out of the Midwestern Conference. Mohawk needs a lot of help because they've lost to both Beaver Falls and New Brighton, so they're going to need a lot of help going forward. They need some teams ahead of them to lose and hope they can win out. And then down in the Big 7 tonight, the county matchup, Laurel and Shenango, that rivalry, and then Southside and Neshannock. And we understand that Southside will be without some personnel tonight. We believe it's two of the offensive linemen or two of the linemen for the Rams. So they are out tonight. That's a big game. And then Southside has to turn around next week and travel back up to Lawrence County to take on Laurel. And then to close out the Big 7, survivor of tonight's game and next week will determine who your champs are, but Neshannock and Laurel seem really set on a collision course to decide the Big 7 coming up in 2 weeks. This contest here tonight, so I've dubbed this the Newcastle Revenge Tour because they got handled by all three of these teams a season ago. The biggest thing working against this team tonight is that now everybody knows who they are. And all the press last week and all the clippings last week, but this team does not seem to be fazed by its own clippings, by the moment, by anything. They just simply have gone out week after week after week. They've played great defense. Their defense, in fact, is maybe the best in the WPIL this last month. And, you know, by the way, they've got a really talented freshman quarterback who we've already talked about in Marino Graham, but he has been spectacular. Last week, 5 touchdowns accounted for when they beat Montour.
Yeah, I think you hit it there talking about the defense. It's easy to overlook that when you see the flash and the ability of the offense to score on any given play and what they have achieved and with the direction of a freshman. But this team here has, I think, adapted to Coach Mazaka's style, taken on his personality, his workmanlike attitude of every day matters, and getting you to believe in yourselves and believe in your team and your teammates. And, you know, this is a process. Every school, anytime you change coaching staffs, you always hope to build, and year after year. And we're seeing that develop here at Newcastle under Coach Mazzocco, who had such success at Neshannock all those years ago, and now is, you know, back home as a Red Hurricane and is trying to reestablish this program to the level that it once was.
Great piece by Pete Sirianni in the Newcastle News talking about Fred Mazzocco's return to Newcastle, and a couple of good quotes from Freddie in that piece as well about what it's meant for him to come back here. And he said the red and white never leaves you, and I thought that was a really interesting point by Fred Mazzocco earlier this week. And already on the out-of-town scoreboard, brought to you by the Newcastle Transit Authority, Neshannock has gone right down the field against Southside. They've taken an early 7-0 lead, 6-0 lead, extra point pending in that contest, and we'll keep you updated. That's on our other stream here tonight that you can tune in and watch. West Allegheny will receive the opening kickoff. That means this Newcastle defense will be on the field first. It is going to be Tegan Tomai and Brody Cornell. And it's actually only Cornell who is back deep to receive. Omar Thomas will kick it away. We are underway here from Taggart Stadium. It's going to be a short end-over-end kick fielded by Cornell. Comes across the 25, the 30, upended around the 35, and he fights his way forward near the 40-yard line. And that's where this starting lineup for West Allegheny will put it in play here tonight. The tackles are Cam Danahy is a good one. Dylan Bevan is another one. And then in the middle, it's Jared Gasparini, Liam Bloomling, and the right guard again is Dylan Biven. Aiden Boyle is the right tackle. Donovan O'Connor, the sophomore quarterback. He's flanked in the backfield by Cornell. We'll also see Austin Probert. And then the do-everything guy for this offense, Jacob McNabb. He will line up at tight end, but we'll see him at the wildcat position as well. When they do throw the football, Brody Malatak and Sam Trent, along with Tegan Tomai, are the top receivers for this West Allegheny offense. For the Newcastle defense, the same unit that you've been used to all season long. It's Davis and Gordon at the end, Schaefer in the middle, Lyles and Cook, Wetzel, Molina, the linebackers, the secondary among the best in big school WPIL. It's Harrison, Williams, Cox, and Wise. 1st and 10 for West Allegheny. It's Cornell in motion, and they go right to the wildcat formation and McNabb, and he's going to carry it up to the 44-yard line, a quick 4-yard gain on first down, first play of the night. And it's going to be 2nd down and 6.
Yeah, just what you expect them to do. Take advantage of their top players and just run it right up the gut and get 4 yards.
Starting lineups tonight brought to you by the Crane Room Grill. Grab a seat in the bar, in the dining room, or the loft. Give them a call for takeout at 724-656-1553. 2nd down and 6 from the 44. Snap, Cornell. Picking his way, Cornell to the 50. Good run by Cornell and a first down. He's dragged down from behind by Marquise Wise, but he gets a first down into Newcastle territory.
Yeah, picked up about 10 yards there, just going out to his right, following his blockers, getting through the hole and accelerating for about 10 yards. A nice run there to pick up the first down.
Cornell replaced his brother Brock as the starting running back this season. Brock currently at the University of Penn. Only 296 yards rushing. This is a predominantly run-heavy team for West Allegheny. This is not Tyler Palco and company from the early 2000s, late 90s that'll fling it all over the park. O'Connor the snap, the handoff, Cornell, left side. Mason Cook flies in there and drops him back at the 49-yard line for a 2-yard loss. And there's that guy we talked about a lot last week, Mason Cook.
I tell you what, he just flies to the ball, as you mentioned there, Eric, and got into the backfield, was able to make that solo tackle 2 yards deep and bring up a 2nd and long situation here for the Indians in their opening drive here, just across midfield.
6 tackles a week ago against Montour, one of the leading tacklers, and there is a penalty, a late flag and a face mask on Newcastle. So this is going to cost the Canes defense 15 yards, and it's going to be an auto first down for West Allegheny and take the ball all the way down inside the 40, and they're going to mark it close to the 30-yard line at the 32. So it is the 15-yard penalty and an automatic first down for West Allegheny. So they don't even run a play. It's after a nice run by Cornell. 1st and 10 now. They'll mark it officially at the 33. It's McNabb in that Wildcat formation again. And McNabb will go up the middle. Now he breaks it to the left side, and he is trailed there and taken down near the 24-yard line for another good run on first down. It's going to be a 9-yard gain for McNabb this time.
Yeah, just following his blockers this time to the left side and just accelerating, getting to the outside towards the edge and picking up those yardage. And the Indians off to a great start here, taking advantage of that big penalty.
McNabb averages just over 5 yards a carry on the season. 2nd and 2. It's a high snap. O'Connor will hand it off Cornell, and he's going to have another West Allegheny first down. We're seeing this offensive line early in this game, Tim, really come into play here for West Allegheny. They're controlling the line of scrimmage early in this game.
Yeah, no question about it. What they're able to do right now is fire it off the blocks, establish control, and being able to get those extra yardage after contact. As they now put the ball inside the red zone for the first time here tonight.
West Allegheny is in the red zone for the first time tonight. The red zone on Wilmington Road, all your local county sporting good apparel. Cornell a deep back on 1st and 10 from the 17. They'll hand it to him again. And that'll be a short gain down to the 15-yard line. A 2-yard pickup that time for Cornell. But again, this running attack for West Allegheny, it is their bread and butter, and they are trying to get going early on, averaging 165 yards rushing per contest this season.
Yeah, they're already taking 3 minutes off the clock on this drive that started at their own 40-yard line and down to the 15 of the Canes.
It's been a while since this Newcastle defense has been pushed around like they are early on this drive, trying to stand tall, and there once again Cornell trying to get to the outside. Gianni Molina had hands on him first, and then he is cleaned up back at the 20-yard line, a loss of 5 on the play, and there's that defense responding. Quaylen Davis also in there on the stop for Newcastle. 3rd down and 8.
Yeah, huge 3rd down coming up here. One of the keys tonight's game for the Canes is to get off on 3rd down. Now is try to hold them up to a 4th and long and maybe a kicking situation. We'll have to wait and see what develops. But a huge 3rd down they're facing.
Probert's in the backfield now on 3rd down. He moved, and they're going to get him for it. 5-yard penalty on West Allegheny is going to take this back and make it 3rd down at 16.
Probert moved just on the right side of the quarterback in the backfield. Forgot the snap number and shuffled his feet going forward. That'll cost him 5.
Herbert's been a good change of pace back. Wait a
minute. They're going to pick this up. They're going to call it
on the defense.
Defense. How in the world can you call it on the defense?
Unbelievable. 2nd penalty on Newcastle.
I'm not sure how that happened.
Yeah, 2nd on Newcastle here. 2 penalties for 20 yards. It's going to still keep it 3rd down, but it's going to be 3rd and 6 now from the 14. A questionable call there because Probert clearly moved right in front of the official. O'Connor to put it in the air the first time. He looks. Pressure. There's a flag coming in for a hold, and O'Connor is going to get whacked by Mason Cook once again.
Yes.
Well, he's everywhere early tonight. Here's the LCAP instant replay. Nothing open down the field. And good job by Cook to fly in there and throw him down for the loss. There is going to be a flag on West Allegheny.
They may decline this and take the play.
Ball's back to the 20. So essentially it would end up being back to where the play originally was going to start, to the 20. It's a difference really of 6 yards if they take the penalty. It's a 10-yard penalty, but it's going to be
from the line of scrimmage.
From the line of scrimmage. So it would take it back to the 24. If they took the loss, it would take it back to the 20. So it's really a matter of 4 yards at this point. But it would also give West Allegheny another opportunity on third down. Fred Mazzacco talking about it. You see him right there. Freddie's looking good these days. He has had a good run at it here. And it looks like they're going to decline the penalty, so it is going to be fourth down. So they'll take the loss for O'Connor. It's a 6-yard loss, and that'll send out Tegan Tomai. 1 of 4 on field goal attempts this year, a long of 42. This is going to be from 39.
So you have to hook this one in, going right to the left from the hash mark.
Low snap. Tomai puts his toe into it, and he just draws that in the right upright for the first points of the night. So a good drive by West Allegheny as they get on the board first. 7:21 to go in the opening quarter. They go right down the field on the first possession of the night. They take a 3-0 lead on a 39-yard field goal by Tegan Tomai. You're watching high school football coverage on the Lawrence County Sports Network, powered by LCAP.
When the high school season heats up, make sure you have the best gear to support your school. Head to the Red Zone on Wilmington Road in the Shannock for all your county sporting apparel needs. From sporting goods to custom apparel to embroidery and more, the Red Zone has it all. Quality gear for all 8 schools in the County of Champions. Stop by and enter the Red Zone or visit them online at theredzonesports.com. Score big at the Red Zone.
Tegan Tomai, a 39-yard field goal for West Allegheny. 8-play drive to open things here for the Indians as they go 65 yards in the opening 4 minutes and 4 minutes and 39 seconds to start things here. That's your Joseph's Marketplace drive summary. Check them out online at Facebook. Newcastle's family-owned and operated grocery and farmers market location. One of the best in the area, Joseph's Marketplace. Stop in and get a cup of coffee and some pastries. Little pooch kick, and that's going to be recovered by Newcastle. Interesting, that's the same thing that happened to West Allegheny a week ago to open the game, as Alec Whippa did that to him and then got the opening possession and went right down the field. And that's a heads-up play by Newcastle to recover that right at the 50-yard line.
I think it was trying to do an onside kick there. To be quite honest, it was just a soft kick. It wasn't even really what you consider it kind of a line, pooch down the middle. It was towards the sideline. They're trying to catch him off guard.
So here comes Marino Graham in the offense for Newcastle as they'll get underway here for the first time tonight. The talented freshman has been lighting it up. He's closing in on a 1,000 season. Low snap. Marino going to look, take off and run. Gets to the outside. He's tripped up over on the far side, shy of the 50-yard line. Good tackle by Cam Turner, the linebacker. Starting lineups brought to you by the Crane Room Grill for Newcastle. Offensively, it's Schaefer, Morgan, Harris, Ritter, and Gordon across the front. That's 3/5 different from the lineup they started in the opening game this season. And they have been they've been the best offensive line unit that they've had all year. You see Graham and, of course, the pieces on the outside, Lemon and Cox, along with Harrison and company. Quaylen Davis will be the tight end. 2nd down and 9, so it was a 1-yard gain for Graham on his first scramble of the night. Motion by Wetzel away from the formation. Graham going to hand it off. They go to the ground, and Proctor is going to get bottled up and driven backwards towards the 45. They're going to mark him down at the 48, so no gain that time for Proctor. It's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Able to come out fair from the left side, made a nice play on defense. Going to put up a 3rd down and long situation here for the Canes. Let's see what Coach Mazzacco and his offense choose to do here. On 3rd down and long, will they put the ball in the air Will they just keep it in the hands of the freshman and let him make decisions on his own?
Just outside of midfield on third down for Graham and company. They're bringing everybody in on the right side of the formation tight. Snap, Graham looks that way, a little fling out that side. Lemon the catch to the 50, no further. It'll be fourth down. And there's the West Allegheny defense stepping up to make the play. Kingston Henke was the one who came in there, one of the backups for this defense, and that's going to force the punt. There is a look at the West Allegheny defense. Dana, the two-way star. The McNabbs really on the outside. Jacob McNabb will be more of an edge rusher with his twin brother James. And then the secondary, Tomai is the guy to watch in the secondary. He is one of the best in the WPIAL. So nothing working on that connection. That was just a 3-yard catch and run by Lemon, and Newcastle punts it away. Cornell, and that one's going to be down just outside the 25, right at the 24-yard line. And that's where West Allegheny up 3-0 will take over.
Yeah, kind of a knuckleball kick there for Newcastle, punting the ball, and then down it on the run as the ball started to roll back towards Newcastle, and it's better to end the play there and get good field position, get this defense back on the field, see if they can grow from their first experience against this Indians offense that went down and was able to go 65 yards to kick a field goal to take the early lead in tonight's game.
A big-time weapon for West Allegheny to have. Kickoff, and also the special teams as they'll take over here for the second time tonight. Cornell, another carry, and he's across the line of scrimmage up to the 26-yard line. So that'll be a 2-yard gain for Cornell, who's been busy here early on. That's his 6th carry already for 14 yards. A week after it was in the 80s here at kickoff. It is a chilly night here in Newcastle, 57 at kickoff. And it's been a chilly one all day throughout Lawrence and Allegheny County, as fall is for sure here the second week in October. The season starts to heat up, though, late in the season. 2nd down and 8 for West Allegheny. This is Probert. Probert, nowhere to go. Met back at the 25-yard line. It'll be a short loss. And leading the charge there, DJ Gordon along with Jaden Schaefer. Take a look at that penetration on the LCAP instant replay. And Schaefer is turning in a great effort. Again, he was an all-Parkway Conference defensive lineman last year, and he is doing his part once again. That sets up a 3rd down here. 3rd and 10 from the 25. They bring in McNabb back at that Wildcat spot. He will fake it and go right up the gut. McNabb taken down near the 30, and he'll be short of the 1st down on a 5-yard carry. And that will bring up 4th down.
Yeah, I mean, just a simple run there with McNabb. Went to the left side and was able to get a few yards back. But a great defense getting off on 3rd down here for the Canes. Have a chance to get good field position as they'll send the single safety back, standing around their own 35-yard line.
Good stop by that Newcastle defense after that early field goal by West Allegheny. You get that sense coming into this game. It is a high snap. Put down nicely as Tomai kicks it away. Takes a West Allegheny bounce. Cox will let it go, and it'll be down near the 25. You get the sense in this game, though, that the lower scoring, the better for West Allegheny. They've been unable to score in 3 of their last 4 games. They lost to Moon, Peters Township, and Aliquippa, and they scored just 10 points across those 3 games. But then the game before Aliquippa, they beat Ambridge 70-0.
Yeah, I mean, I think you hit it there. You have to, if their idea is just to stay around and then to be able to get in the second half and maybe put a drive together late in the ball game to win it, this is where the Canes, have a lot of playmakers. They just got to get them involved.
Graham going to keep on 1st down. Nothing doing. He gets back to the 25. A good push that time up front by this West Allegheny defense. Dylan Biven really got good push that time up front. Cam Dana also clearing some space. That's a short game for Graham. if anything at all. Goes officially in the books as a 1-yard gain. There's a good look at the talented freshman. Graham gonna air it out, looks. Oh, he got drilled as he threw it. It's a wobbly pass, and it's tipped and knocked around.
Yeah, lucky that was knocked away. Kind of a dying quail down the middle of the field there, where they had about 3 Indians standing surrounding the receiver there for the Canes, and he was able to knock the ball away and bring up a 3rd down and long here.
West A's been reading about him as well. That's the thing. And we said it, Newcastle not really into reading its own stuff. I mean, there's been a lot said about this freshman this week after his monster game against Montour, but the other teams are reading about that too, and they're a little tired of reading about it themselves. As Graham going to air it out far side, Cox in and out of his hands, and that'll bring up 4th down.
That's the second 3 and out here for Newcastle here in the first quarter.
There's a 4th down and 9 for Newcastle.
That time having the ball less than a minute there before bringing the punt team on the field.
Unable to get anything going on the first 2 drives of the night. Thomas will punt it away again. Should be good starting field position for West Allegheny. And that one might have been partially tipped. West Allegheny got in there. Takes a Newcastle bounce into West Allegheny territory and out of bounds at the 44-yard line with 1:48 to go in the quarter.
A bounce at the 44-yard line. The West Allegheny takes over 1st and 10 at their own 44.
So now it's going to be almost half a field, 56 yards away. This Newcastle defense is up against it early on, just averaging 71 yards given up a game on the ground.
Well, I think we're going to get a penalty against Newcastle here, and they're going to bring the ball across the 50. We got a personal foul, it looks like.
Yeah, this is taking the ball all the way down to the 41, so that would be, we'll call it the 42. Yeah, 15-yarder on Newcastle. After the play again, we didn't see the flag come in.
No, I didn't see it at all.
But that's the second personal foul against Newcastle here in the opening 12 minutes. So West Allegheny is going to get this in Newcastle territory at the 41. Up 3-0. O'Connor fake, quick throw, catch made, far side, Trent Jr., and he is down across the 35 to the 32-yard line.
Yeah, just a quick cut pattern coming inside in front of the linebackers and made a nice play getting into the defensive backs, picking up 8 yards on 1st down.
Clock winds down to 1:25 to go in the first quarter. This Newcastle defense has been on its heels here in the first 12 minutes. 2nd and 2 for West Allegheny. Connor, this time it's Cornell trying to get to the corner, and the Newcastle defense responds. Quaylen Davis and Jaden Schaefer cutting that corner off. It'll be 3rd down.
Yeah, went to the short side of the field and just nowhere to run. Nothing but red jerseys around them. Caught him in the backfield, going to bring him down for about a 2-yard loss. As we now under 40 seconds here to play in the quarter.
West Allegheny does have to run another play. There is a 17-second differential between the clocks. So 3rd down and 5 from the Newcastle 36. Cornell in the backfield once again. O'Connor, the sophomore, on 3rd down. Pocket breaking down, and he will go down back at the 45-yard line. There is that defensive front once again, and Mason Cook in there as well. Take a look at it again on the LCAP instant replay. Just an all-out blitz. And Schaefer and company flying in there, and they get a big stop when needed.
Oh, my goodness. There was nothing but about 5 red shirts surrounding the quarterback. Nowhere to go but go down, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And That will take us to the end of the first quarter. Only score in the quarter, a 39-yard field goal by Tegan Tomai. West Allegheny in front on the Lawrence County Sports Network, powered by LCAP.
Your hip, your knee, your shoulder, whatever has been holding you back, UPMC Orthopedic Care is where you'll find experts to help you get back to a better quality of life. UPMC is pioneering minimally invasive surgeries, and we offer personalized treatment plans and same-day surgery to get you home and moving sooner. It's your ankle, your elbow, your hand, and it's your move. Visit upmc.com/ortho to learn how UPMC can help.
Castle Asphalt and Construction is driven to provide quality, cost-efficient pavement-related services to Western Pennsylvania. Every paving or construction service at Castle Asphalt begins with a thorough site inspection of the area to allow their team of professionals to become familiar with the unique conditions of your home or business. Once the site inspection is complete, Castle Asphalt provides you with a detailed plan of the design, cost, materials, and time of completion, so you know exactly what to expect during your construction. Visit castleasphalt.com to request a quote for your next project and make your dream design come to fruition.
Back here to start the second quarter, Eric Thomas and Tim Continenza with you as Tomai's punt. Going to take a nice West A bounce, and it's going to be inside the 5. And Newcastle is going to have 97 yards in front of them here to start the second quarter, down 3-0.
Yeah, nice punt there from midfield, getting it down and just getting that nice roll inside the red zone, inside the 10, all the way down to the 3-yard line. And an opportunity now for the offense. Let's see if they can do something. The first two opportunities were both through downs and out for this Hurricanes offense.
First and 10 for Newcastle. Length of Taggart Stadium in front of them. Graham in the shadow of his own end zone. Ground on first down, it's Proctor, and he's going to get it across the 5 to the 6. Good 3-yard gain to give him a little bit of wiggle room there. You know, Jermaine Walker is out again this week. He's serving the second of a 2-game suspension. He's back next week. And they, you know, last week they didn't really need a stout running game because Graham did a great job, but it would be nice to have your full arsenal back as he is the second leading rusher on this team. So we'll see if he can work his way back into the not only the starting lineup, but just the rotation as well after serving a 2-game suspension. Flag comes in with 16 on the play clock, or 6 on the play clock.
Got a false start against the offense.
That is their 4th penalty already.
Yeah, they've gotten off to a dubious start here offensively. Every time they're trying to get something going, either a 15-yard dead ball type penalty has pushed them back, or they've had a false start. And it's been a tough go here for the Canes for the first quarter and some change here as to start today's game.
4th penalty for 40 yards. Graham again out of his own end zone. They take it back to the original line of scrimmage. Graham got to get rid of it. Scrambling. Graham going to throw it out of bounds under pressure. And will we get intentional grounding?
I do not. Looks like they're going to let that one fly as an incomplete pass.
Heave that out. Nobody was in the vicinity. He's 1 of 4 to start is Graham for 3 yards. So it's been a defensive battle here between these two teams. Newcastle hasn't mustered much on offense here to start this game.
This is another 3rd down situation here for the Canes. They haven't been able to convert yet.
3rd and 10 from their own 3. Graham going to go Proctor once again, and he gets through the line up to about the 9-yard line. So it's a 6-yard gain that time. We got an injured Newcastle player, and that is Schaefer. So that is not a good sign. It's one of their best two-way linemen, the best two-way lineman. Let's see what we can see with Schaefer there. Why don't we do this and take a timeout? why they tend to him. With 10:22 to go in the first half, it is 3-0 West Allegheny. You're watching high school football coverage on the Lawrence County Sports Network, powered by LCAP.
Tired of gasoline costs? Why drive? Let the Newcastle Transit Authority take you where you want to go. Serving the city of Newcastle and stops throughout Lawrence County, as well as weekday service to Pittsburgh. Public transportation just makes sense. Why drive when you can relax and ride? For more information or for route schedules, log on to newcastletransit.org. The Newcastle Transit Authority, going your way. And remember, senior citizens ride free.
Back here at Taggart Stadium, Eric Thomas and Tim Continenza as they tend to Jaden Schaefer. He is off the field, unable to put any pressure on his left leg, so we'll keep an eye on that. It's going to be a 4th down for Newcastle, so we'll have to punt it away again. That is a rough start for Newcastle if he is unable to give him anything. As Thomas punts this away, fair catch called for by Cornell. And once again, West Allegheny is going to take over in Newcastle field position with 10:16 to go in the first half.
Yeah, Newcastle offense has gone 3 and out on 3 different opportunities, basically having the ball less than a minute each time they've had it, and in the process have kept losing yardage here to West Allegheny, and they're set up great after that punt from inside their own end zone, as they will set up at the 38-yard line of Newcastle.
Up 3-0 thanks to Tegan Tomai's 39-yard field goal. It's McNabb and the Wildcat. He goes up the middle, works his way to the right side, and pushes forward for a short gain down to the 35. So it'll be a 3-yard gain for McNabb that time.
Yeah, West Allegheny's not doing anything fancy. They're just basically using McNabb as a runner out of the quarterback position. They've used their other runners as opportunities, and Cornell. They've thrown a couple small passes. They're just looking to, dominate up front, and so far they have done that. Look at that line. Look how many people are up there.
2nd and 7. Cornell, space. Cornell spins, and he's forward down to the 24. They're going to give him to the 23-yard line. 12-yard gain for Cornell and a 1st down for West A with 9.5 to go in the first half.
Going quickly.
They are going quickly. Really didn't even give Newcastle a chance to get set hardly at all, as Cornell gets another carry that time. It's going to be a short gain of about 2, and that'll bring up 2nd and 8.
Yeah, right now this defense has been on the field primarily here for the first 15 minutes of tonight's ball game. This is going to be a gut check time as they're in the red zone.
And West A, knowing that they don't have Schaefer, so they give it back to Cornell. Space on the right side. Cornell, another good run as he's down to the 9-yard line. It's going to be another 1st down for West Allegheny. They're 6 of the first half, and it's going to set up 1st and goal.
Yeah, this is a scenario now. You got to get off the blocks here. Somehow, some way, when they have penetrated this offensive line, they've made plays in the backfield, and that has been something that they've been really good. Right now, though, I'll be more concerned about on 1st down. Will you see something like a play action here? Because they've been such a dominant running game.
Mike Harris has replaced Jaden Schaefer in the middle of that defensive line. 3-man front. Hand off Cornell. Stutter steps. Cornell keeps the legs working, and he's taken down inside the 5 by Mason Cook. Take it down to the 3-yard line. 7-yard gain for Cornell. 2nd and goal.
Taking full advantage of the field position. This drive started at the 38-yard line. They're now down inside the 5 at the 3.
Second and goal now from the 3. Handoff, Cornell. Cornell right side. Cornell into the end zone for the touchdown. A 4-yard touchdown run by Brody Cornell. And a hushed silence here at Taggart Stadium as West Allegheny has gone out in front. They've extended out to a 9-0 lead. Tomai to add the extra point. And the kick is away, and it is through. Brody Cornell's 4-yard touchdown run has given West A a 2-score lead at 10-0 with a little over 7.5 to go in the first half. You're watching high school football coverage on the Lawrence County Sports Network, powered by LCAP.
Tonight, someone is cold, hungry, and forgotten. At City Rescue Mission, we're more than a shelter. We're a bright beacon of light in our community, serving those in need to make our community stronger and healthier. We offer real help and real hope, and that hope is Jesus. We serve him by serving others in love, grace, mercy, and compassion. But we can't do it without you. Be the reason someone's story is rewritten in Christ. Give today at cityrescuemission.org.
Tired of gasoline costs? Why drive? Let the Newcastle Transit Authority take you where you want to go. Serving the city of Newcastle and stops throughout Lawrence County, as well as weekday service to Pittsburgh. Public transportation just makes sense. Why drive when you can relax and ride? For more information or for route schedules, log on to newcastletransit.org. The Newcastle Transit Authority, going your way. And remember, senior citizens ride free.
Well, if there ever was a must-drive for Newcastle, it's right now, as Brody Cornell's 4-yard touchdown run has given West Allegheny a 10-0 lead. Here comes Kai Cox on the return. Good return by the sophomore, as he is up close to the 35, mark him at the 34-yard line, where Newcastle will take over 1st and 10. Here's the LCAP replay of the kickoff return. Joseph's Marketplace drive summary: 7 plays, 38 yards, 2 minutes and 38 seconds. 4-yard touchdown run by Cornell, and it's 10-0. West Allegheny in a stunner right now over Newcastle.
Yeah, you said it. This is a kind of a must drive here. They're 3 and out on the previous 3 opportunities. They got to establish something here on 1st down and then open up the playbook here for this Canes offense.
From the 34, from Marino Graham and company, it's a low snap. Throw to the near side. Harrison got around one defender, gets around 2, and is taken down by the other McNabb, James McNabb. Up at the 46, it's enough for a 1st down on a gain of 12.
Yeah, huge play there for the Canes. That's exactly what they needed. Just a quick hitter, get it out to Harrison, and then he was able to avoid a couple quick tackle opportunities and then stretch it out for about an 11-yard gain.
That's the Canes' first 1st down of the night. And we're almost at 7 minutes to go in the first half. From the 46 on 1st down for Graham and company. Again, a low snap. They go Maurice Morneau. Graham keeps Marino to the 50. Just nudges his way into territory, West Allegheny territory. They'll say he's to the 50 even on a 4-yard gain that time.
This is what they want to do. They want the ball in Graham's hand and let him make decisions with it. You know, if he's going to give it to the running back or keep it, and keeping a defense on the move the entire time. You know, he's a triple threat, and that's what you want to do with those type of option plays.
2nd down for Newcastle. Graham, keep again. Trying to speed by the McNabbs, and he splits them into West Allegheny territory to the 46 for another 4-yard gain. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and short. You can live, if he's going to nickel and dime him like that, you can live with the 4 or 5-yard pops. Just keep moving the ball if you're Newcastle.
Well, that's exactly it. You got that speed option going right now, and you want to do that. You want to be able to have the defense flow to one side and then use Marino's ability to read it and make adjustments to the play that's in front of them.
This is an offense that has 14 touchdowns of 20 or more yards this season. They need a big play right now on 3rd down and 3. It's going to go against Newcastle. It's going to be their 5th penalty of the night.
Yeah, another false start, pre-snap penalty. It's going to cost them 5 with at least opportunity when they had a 3rd down and manageable. Now it's going to become 3rd down and long, 3rd down and 8 coming up here for the Canes.
Canes have also yet to convert a third down tonight.
The biggest play being that quick hitter to Damian Harrison to start this drive. They haven't really thrown downfield yet here tonight.
Third down and 8 from the 48. Ball's back across midfield now. Must drive really early, still early in this game overall. As Graham going to air it out, looking deep for Cox. Whistle blows it dead. And it's going to be another false start against Newcastle.
This is kind of what we seen in the previous game, and then everything kind of went away after the first couple, and there were defensive penalties that were causing the pre-snap play. Tonight it's the offense really contributing with the pre-snap mistakes. We've gone from a 3rd and 3 now to a 3rd and 13.
6 penalties already for Newcastle. That was a point of emphasis for this team coming into the season, was get away from those pre-snap penalties. 3rd and 13 now for Graham and company. Looked like West A might have moved, and I think Newcastle's going to get 5 back, and they will.
Wow, what a weird scenario we've watched here.
First penalty on the Indians tonight. This is going to take it back to a 3rd and 8.
Really ain't going to change the call that dramatically here for the offense. You still need to go downfield to find a way to get this first down.
It's a Bronx cheer from the Newcastle faithful. Good crowd here tonight. Got to say my propers to the staff here for letting me park right behind the press box, too. It's not easy for us guys coming from Pittsburgh. Low snap for Graham. Going to roll out, fire, catch made, and a diving effort at the 40, and a first down for the Canes, and there's Kai Cox.
I'll tell you what, you got to give Marino a lot of credit as he rolled out to his left as he was looking downfield, stopping through back, and found a wide open Kai Cox at the 40-yard line. He hit it, made the catch, get down, got that big first down here for the Canes to keep this drive alive.
First third down conversion of the night for Newcastle. Ball at the 40 of West A, trying to answer that last touchdown. Again, a low snap. Graham going to carry. Marino explodes across the line of scrimmage, and he's down to the 35. Again, it's a good 5-yard gain for the freshman. Cam Turner, again, stepping in there for the stop. He's averaging 6 tackles a game, and he's had a busy first half for West Allegheny.
This is what they needed. Build some confidence from this drive. They've built up a few first downs along the way. They got some big plays. They've overcome their own adversities and mistakes that they've made. And now they just got to kind of put it together and put 2 or 3 solid plays together before having anything detrimental happen.
Again, a low snap. Graham rolling out. Flag down. Marino's just going to heave it out of bounds. Flag was thrown near the line of scrimmage as Mike Harris continues to have some issues with the snap here tonight.
That must be part of the reason why they're getting these false starts.
It's going to go against Newcastle. Penalty number 7 in the first half.
Against Newcastle.
This is offensive holding. It'll bring the ball back to the 45-yard line.
7 penalties for 60 yards in the first half against the Canes. It'll be 2nd and 15.
Another low snap.
Hand off to Moore. And Moore, just a couple that time for the talented freshman.
During this drive, we have now seen 5 different penalties between the two schools. 4 of them going against Newcastle.
Cam Turner once again the stop. That's only a 2-yard gain for Moore. Moore's got 98 yards rushing on the season now. He might get a bigger load of work with Jermaine Walker out, but that hasn't been the case. It's going to be 3rd and 13 for Newcastle. Graham stepping up. Marino lobs it. Catch made. Lemon. Space. Chase. First down. Out of bounds, and he got rocked near the sideline by Brody Malatak. But Chase Lemon coming across the formation. Good throw by Graham. Better run after the catch by Lemon. First down, Newcastle.
Yeah, once he got separation from the defense, he was wide open as he came across the field from the left to the right and was able to just turn it upfield and get it in for the first down. And here comes the Canes.
20-yard gain that time on third down. Graham looking, fires, and it's incomplete for Harrison. Graham took a shot from James McNabb, and that's going to be a personal foul on West Allegheny and give him 15 and an automatic first down.
Got a helmet came off, too, for West Allegheny. And so he'll have to come off the field because of that.
Well, I ask you this, what is the discussion here? It's a personal foul penalty.
Yeah.
I don't understand this season why these calls take forever to make. That's a clear personal foul on a late hit on the quarterback. What is the white hat down on the field taking his sweet time doing? I mean, that call took a minute and a half to make, and it was obvious.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing that drives me crazy is you know what you called. Just relay the information and let's move on. You don't have to discuss it all every time.
First and 10. It is the 15-yard penalty of the personal foul. It's first and 10 from the 11. Newcastle can get to the 1 for a first down. Graham throws. It's a fade to the corner. A lot of contact on the far side and no flag thrown. Newcastle side wants a pass interference call.
Yeah, Guy Cox was there. The ball was underthrown, and he came back towards the ball. Actually, that was Harrison, excuse me. I didn't see the pass interference in that level, and that's why the fans wanted it, but the officials didn't see the contact that way.
So to bring up second and 10 from the 11. Again, a low snap to Graham. Marino over the middle, too high for Harrison. And more contact again, and we're going to get a flag on West Allegheny once again.
Yeah, Harrison is down, literally, not moving.
Nico Police was the defender. Harrison took a shot.
They may get helmet-to-helmet type contact on this one.
So while we have a chance here and they tend to Harrison, who's getting looked at by the training staff, we'll take a timeout with 2:09 to go in the first half. Newcastle driving down 10. You're watching high school football coverage on the Lawrence County Sports Network, powered by LCAP.
At Montour Bonner Law, we're more than just attorneys. We're your community partners. With a combined experience that spans decades, attorneys Jason Montour, Michael Bonner, and Greg Rossitelli are your trusted advisors for all legal matters. From personal injury to estate planning, business law to family disputes, we are here to guide you through every step of the legal process. Our full-service, community-based approach ensures that you're not just a client, but a valued member of our family. Give us a call or visit us online at MontourBonnerLaw.com for more information.
When it comes to protecting those you love, the businesses you've built, or the things you've earned, you need someone you can trust. Who better to protect your interests than a local insurance agent? Pontius Insurance is a team of local agents helping local residents in Lawrence County and surrounding areas, specializing in auto, home, business, and life insurance. Come see Dan Pontius, Jessica Dix, and Tracy Giddings, and the rest of the team at Pontius Insurance, and receive the personalized service you deserve.
Damian Harrison is up after the play. The call, the penalty was pass interference on West Allegheny. And that's going to take it half the distance down to the 6-yard line for Newcastle. Good sign. Harrison was able to get off the field on his own, so hopefully he is okay. They'll take a look at him. Newcastle needs this drive right here. And also good news, too, Jaden Schaefer is back in the game at left tackle, so that is an excellent sign for Newcastle. From the 5, from the 6, Graham scrambles, dumps it up at the middle, touchdown, Chase Lemon. And that little dump off to Lemon coming across the formation is good, and Newcastle is on the board for the first time tonight. Here's your LCAP instant replay.
Yeah, look at that. It was Lemon just coming right across. And he just hit him right on the numbers, and he was able to turn it into the end zone for the touchdown. Chase Lemon making a couple big receptions on that drive for the Canes that went 71 yards to get them on the board.
Omar Thomas to attempt the point after. That was a must-have drive for this Newcastle offense, who gets off the mat. And they've been pushed around here, and this is actually not Thomas who is attempting the extra point. This is going to be Jalen Richardson, it looks like. Point after try is up, and it is through. So Newcastle responds with 2:05 to go in the first half. It's Marino Graham's touchdown pass to Chase Lemon, his 12th touchdown pass of the year, and for Lemon, his fifth touchdown reception on the season. You're watching high school football coverage on the Lawrence County Sports Network, powered by LCAP.
Attorneys Parada, Jones, and McCree are dedicated to giving their clients the best chance at a positive result. From personal injury, criminal and corporate law, real estate, municipal law, to wills and estates, their team will work with you through every step of the legal process. With Parada, Jones, and McCree, excellence is our guarantee.
Your Joseph's Marketplace drive summary for the Canes. 7 plays, 71 yards, 5 minutes, and 27 seconds. And kickoff fielded by Tomai, and Tomai going to get all the way up to the 41-yard line. Joseph's Marketplace specials daily at the Cafe and Bakery. Follow them on Facebook to see what's cooking today. Joseph's Marketplace, family owned and operated since 1915. So West A is going to take over from their own 42-yard line. Coming up at the half, we'll have our UPMC halftime show. We'll give you our Creative Edge scoring recap, give you the stats, and take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard, listen in on the bands as well. That comes your way next on the UPMC halftime show here from Taggart Stadium. And off to Cornell on first down. Cornell cuts back. Nicely done from the right side, and he's up to the 50-yard line. On a good 8-yard gain on first down.
Yeah, I mean, they're continuing to attack with the rushing game and doing a great job just using really McNabb and Cornell.
It's been a penalty-riddled first half for Newcastle, but they've withstood some of the punches here and get that late first half touchdown. Trying to get off the field here without any damage. They will get the ball to start the second half. Cornell, he is swarmed up. Gianni Molina is going to be off the bottom of the pile that time, as he just obliterated the right tackle, Aiden Boyle. Blowing right through there. Nobody had a chance to get him. Good loss for this Newcastle defense back to the 49.
When Molina can get that penetration, really sets up a lot for this defense to be able to swarm to the ball and make plays. We're down under 50 seconds here to play.
3rd down and 3 for West Allegheny. Under a minute to go. It's about a 27-second difference between the clocks here. Handoff, Cornell. No, O'Connor keeps. Trailing the play is going to be Harrison, who is back in the game as well, and he throws O'Connor for another loss back to the 48-yard line on what might end up being the final play of the first half.
Yeah, you got to give Damian Harrison a lot of credit there, pursuing that ball, going after the quarterback, staying in his responsibility, making the play behind the line of scrimmage, and really preventing them from doing anything they needed to do.
That's going to be it for the first half. 24 minutes in the books. Good one here at Taggart Stadium as West Allegheny leads Newcastle 10-7 on the Lawrence County Sports Network. The halftime show, the UPMC halftime show, comes your way next. We'll give you the scores, the stats, the recap, and listen in on the bands as well. It all comes your way next from Taggart Stadium on the Lawrence County Sports Network, powered by LCAP.
For 20 years, Melee Chiropractic has treated athletes of all ages to help them get safely back to the top of their game. Melee Chiropractic has 3 full-time doctors in their office, and all 3 are former area athletes who have had to battle injuries throughout their careers. They want to help you get safely back on your feet. But more importantly, help stop the injuries before they happen. Prehab before you rehab. Attention all high school student athletes. During your sports season, a $30 visit to the Melee Chiropractic office includes an adjustment and/or all therapy is necessary. From the athletes of tomorrow to the weekend warriors and everything in between. Let Melee Chiropractic keep you in the game. Castle Asphalt and Construction is driven to provide quality, cost-efficient pavement-related services to Western Pennsylvania. Every paving or construction service at Castle Asphalt begins with a thorough site inspection of the area to allow their team of professionals to become familiar with the unique conditions of your home or business. Once the site inspection is complete, Castle Asphalt provides you with a detailed plan of the design, cost, materials, and time of completion, so you know exactly what to expect during your construction. Visit castleasphalt.com to request a quote for your next project and make your dream design come to fruition. Congratulations to our September LCAP Team of the Month. The Lawrence County SportsNet is proud to honor Mohawk Boys Cross Country as the LCAP Team of the Month after winning their second consecutive undefeated section championship. Congratulations to coaches Jared Stratton and Cam Shermer and the Mohawk Boys Cross Country team, the LCAP Team of the Month.
GEM building contractors and developers have a proven record of performance on any size project. They bring value, local craftsmanship, expert management to meet any challenge. From design construction, from inspection to budget estimation, GEM Builder has been building our community for 70 years.
Welcome to the UPMC halftime show here from Taggart Stadium. Eric Thomas, Tim Continenza, our crew from Lawrence County Sports Network with you here tonight. Let's listen in on the West Allegheny Indian Marching Band. We'll have the halftime statistics and recap for you coming up in a little bit. Enjoy the West Allegheny Marching Band here on the UPMC halftime show.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're up for the West Allegheny Marching Band. That was You Can Do Magic, released in 1982 by the band America. Next, we will perform Bruno Mars's 2016 hit, 24 Karat Magic. Next, we will perform a song released in 1968 by the band Steppenwolf. Ladies and gentlemen, Magic Carpet Ride. Was originally written and recorded by Fleetwood Mac in 1968, but Santana's 1970 cover version turned this song into a major hit and a classic rock staple. Ladies and gentlemen, Black Magic Woman. Under the direction of TJ Fox. We would also like to thank Taylor Bumgardner, Lorraine Barley, Aiden Carroll, Linan Badur, Sean Emmett, Jake Lath, Anna Goss, Nate Pursuti, Abby Shoppy, Crystal Cersely, and Paige Wesley for their dedication to the band. We hope you've enjoyed our show this evening and look forward to entertaining you in the future.
I was like, hey, what's your dinner?
There's the West Allegheny Marching Band as they exit stage left. Awesome performance by them. And now we'll get a listen to the Newcastle Marching Band here on the Lawrence County Sports Network. As the halftime show, the UPMC halftime show continues here. About 15 minutes until the second half kicks it off, and it's West Allegheny in front by a count of 10-7. Let's listen in on the Newcastle Marching Band here on the UPMC halftime show.
gospel songs by the Foo Fighters. It was released in 2007. We will now feature the flag line along with Isabel Serrano, Ethan Matthews, and Joe Marshall on the trumpet solo to the hit song, The Pretender. Assisted by William Robinson and John Onufrak. The high kicking Kinnigans under the direction of Danielle Bruno and assisted by Rachel Tanner. The flag line is led by Kenisa Jackson. I'm your announcer, Kalia Gardner, and Lady Manfred, and we thank you for your kind attention.
And there are both bands here at halftime at Taggart Stadium, the UPMC halftime show, as West Allegheny leads Newcastle by a score of 10-7. Let's take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard brought to you by the Newcastle Transit Authority. And, boy, there are a lot of interesting things going on tonight, not only across the region but elsewhere in the WPIAL. The Newcastle Transit Authority out-of-town scoreboard update. Wide drive when you can relax and ride. Daily routes to Pittsburgh as well as routes all around Lawrence County. Visit newcastletransit.org for more information and route schedules. Remember, senior citizens ride for free. The other big game in 4A tonight, McKeesport is all over Mars right now in the second quarter, 28-10. No update on Blackhawk, Aliquippa, or Ambridge Montour. Obviously, we need to keep an eye on those scores tonight because they factor into Newcastle, especially if the Canes cannot rally here tonight. That is, the rest of the conference is big because Newcastle may have to then win out against Blackhawk and Ambridge to assure themselves of a playoff spot. In the 2A Midwestern Conference, how about some of these scores? It's Elwood City 18-0 over Riverside at the half. Freedom leads Union 14-6. But the big one tonight in the Midwestern Conference, Mohawk leads Western Beaver, undefeated Western Beaver, 19-7. And that game is at the half. It is a must-win for Mohawk tonight to have any hope at getting into the playoffs. They would have to win out and get some help. They're doing themselves a big favor here tonight as they have a 19-7 lead over Western Beaver. We'll see if they can hang on to that in the second half. In the Big 7, Laurel leads Shenango 28-0, but the surprise tonight is Southside at the half. They lead Neshannock 21-7. That is our other game tonight on the Lawrence County Sports Network, and it's almost a 4-1 in terms of time of possession in that contest in favor of Southside, and they have 199 yards all on the ground in the first half compared to 95 total yards for Neshannock in that game. Southside a very impressive 6 of 7 on third down in that game as well. So you can keep tabs on both those games. We'll have an update for you on all of those coming up later on in the game and in our post-game show brought to you by the Tri-County Principals Association. Let's take a look at the first half stats here for this contest, and not really much to write home about in this first half in terms of numbers. Just 76 total yards for Newcastle, 68 for West Allegheny. And, you know, we didn't expect West Allegheny to have really much in the way of passing anyway, just 9 yards in the first half, but it's the lack of offense from Newcastle in this first half, just 76 yards, and a team that has run the ball so well here this season, really over the last 5 games, just 25 yards on the ground in the first half.
That's exactly what happened. I mean, they had 3 3-and-outs to start the ball game. They were unable to really control the line of scrimmage at all. It was in their last possession they put a drive together of 7 plays. They had some penalties along the way. There was 5 penalties in that drive, 4 of them against Newcastle in the process. But they had that one big play, I thought, over the middle where Graham was able to find Kai Cox around the 40-yard line as he kind of threw behind him. And he made a great play on the ball, and it kept that drive alive. If I remember correctly, Eric, it was like a 3rd and 13 play, and it was something very much needed. And from that point on, they kind of played better on that drive and was able to take advantage of it. Of course, Lemon had a huge play himself on a 3rd and long situation, and then catching that touchdown pass. But really what it was is you got to give credit to West Allegheny tonight because they've controlled the line of scrimmage for the most part of this ball game up until the 7-minute mark, or the 7:30 mark, I should say, of the second quarter. From the opening kickoff to that point, they controlled the line of scrimmage. They dominated what they wanted to do in this ball game, both running the football and, defensively, really limiting the opportunities for this Canes offense. They found their way on that drive, and that was a huge drive to cut this lead down from a 10-0 deficit to a 10-7 here at halftime.
You can follow all those scores that we gave you via the Newcastle Transit Authority scoreboard on the bottom line on our broadcast here tonight. It'll be Newcastle to receive the ball here to start the second half as Tegan Tomai will have it teed up, and it's Cox and Lemon back deep to receive. Newcastle going to try to rally here in the second half. They're down 3-0. They've trailed the entire contest. It was 3-0 early, down 10-0. They were down 3-0 early, and then a 10-0 spurt by West Allegheny, but that late first half touchdown for the Canes cut it to 3 again. Lemon on the return, and he's not going to find much to work with as he gets to the 20, and that's where Newcastle's going to start 1st and 10 for the first drive of the second half.
Opportunity to kind of double up here if you're Newcastle. They scored right before the half to cut this lead down to 3 points. Now the opportunity to put a drive together here behind the freshmen. Let's see if they can get the running game going and then be able to get some of their big play players involved in Kai Cox and Harrison and others who have all contributed this season to this offense.
So we mentioned Harrison and Schaefer both back out there. Quick throw by Graham to the far side, scooped up by Lemon. Trying to break to the outside. He is spun around and dropped by Nico Police over on the far side. Maybe gets a gain of 1 to bring up 2nd down and 9.
Yeah, right now, it's one of the interesting parts of this game is just how weak the snap has been for Newcastle. We haven't seen that all year, but it has been erratic. It's been on the floor a few times. It's been low, and it's been left and right. It's just not been as consistent as we've seen throughout this football season when we've had a chance to see Newcastle.
2nd down and 9 for the Canes. Actually, they say no gain, so 2nd and 10. Graham back to pass, going to have to scramble, uncorks it, finds a man, Cox over the middle. Catch is made, and Cox is popped as he gets up to the 28-yard line. Again, a good hard stick by this West Allegheny defense. Take a look at it on the LCAP instant replay. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and short for Newcastle with just over a minute and change gone here in the second half.
Let's see if they go back to that speed option type play that they have had success late in the second quarter where Graham is really controlling the offense, using his running backs, deciding to give it to them in the belly or keeping it himself and making adjustments to what he sees in the defense.
That's just Cox's 2nd catch of the night after a monster game last week against the Spartans. And again, a flag. And
this got to be, I think, defense.
This is going to be on Newcastle, it looks like.
Oh. They're going to get a flinch on the right side of the line.
Already the 8th penalty for Newcastle tonight for 65 yards. 76 yards of offense, and they had 60 yards in penalty in the first half. So if you go by net, that's 16 yards in the first half. Almost unfathomable. That's last year territory for Newcastle in terms of penalties. They've been pretty efficient. A lot of talk going into last week's game against Montour about the penalties, and neither team really had any that affected them. It's going to be 3rd and 8. Graham, good snap that time. Fires, catch made. Lemon on the slant again. Lemon up to the 35 and a first down for the Canes on a gain of 12.
Yeah, anytime you can get Lemon out in space, he can create. Cut in front of the defensive back, made a nice play, was able to use that speed to turn upfield after the catch to get out to the 35-yard line to pick up that most important 3rd down conversion here for Newcastle.
5th catch of the night for Lemon. He's been the go-to for this offense in the first half. Gets it going here in the second. Graham, handoff Proctor, nothing doing. And that's big. Javante Turner, who's in there, one of the guys in there for this West Allegheny defense, along with James McNabb.
Let's see if they try to get to the edge. They really have gone quick when they do that, either out to the wideouts real quickly, but I wonder if they'll try to extend the play, maybe to get Graham outside or maybe Proctor, see what they can do.
And Javante Hunter, big number 73, backup lineman, but they really like his potential. He's only a freshman. Graham pumps. He has no idea where to go with it. Graham, and he gets out of one, and then he gets upended short of the 35. He's going to lose a yard back to the 34. A late flag comes flying in. This might be against West Allegheny, and this would be an automatic first down if it is.
They may have grabbed part of the face mask on that tackle.
Cam Dana was the one who had to stop.
Let's see what the officials are talking about here.
One of them just signaled, you just saw it, personal foul. And that is exactly what it's going to be, and it's going to be a first down for Newcastle on a 15-yard first down, 15-yard face mask penalty against West Allegheny. That's the Indians' 4th penalty of the contest, and it's going to be a first down for Newcastle up to the 49. So big moment here for the Canes as they try to climb the whole way off the mat. They fake it to Proctor. Graham up the middle, and Graham to the 45 into West Allegheny territory, tackled there by Brody Cornell.
Marino Graham, that is what he does so well, reading a defense, riding his running back, and then making the decision either to give it to him or keep it. That time he decides to keep it and jets right up the middle of the field and pick up that big 5-yard gainer.
It's just a 6th carry for Graham tonight, though. He has had a little bit of trouble when he's gone to throw the football, but the running lanes haven't been there, although he has hit 4 straight passes. 2nd down and 5. Graham going to air it out, looking deep. Got a man running underneath of it. A lot of contact going down the field with Harrison and Trent Jr. And that one falls incomplete.
Yeah, just a one-on-one down there. Got to give the defense good credit. Step for step against the receiver there. The ball a little underthrown, kept away from the receiver ever making a play on the ball, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. But I love that. Anytime you have a chance to go deep, either on 1st or 2nd down, it really can open up an offense and give you a lot of different options here on 3rd down.
Another 3rd down opportunity here for the Canes, 3rd and 5. Graham, little slant again over the middle to Lemon. It's wide open, and Lemon gets away from Cornell, and then Cornell's got to drag him down. Forward progress by Lemon to the 31. It's a 15-yard gain and a first down. And here's another look at it.
Yeah, Chase just made a great play coming over the middle, making the catch. And then he is such a strong young man. He's tough to bring down, and there he bounces right off of Cornell and then kept that play going a little bit longer. But a huge pickup here for the Canes, deep now in West Allegheny territory.
Aided by that 15-yard penalty on West Allegheny a moment ago. Low snap, Graham. Graham up the middle. Graham again, a good run on first down. He gets it down to the 26-yard line again. It's going to be another 5-yard gain for Graham on first down.
Those low snaps are throwing kind of the rhythm of the playoff, but Graham's been able to really adjust to that and take advantage of opportunities where maybe there was a little over-pursuing by the defense.
Over 5 minutes gone here in the third quarter. Newcastle remains on the march here. 2nd down and 6. Graham lobs it. Lemon another catch. Lemon to the corner of the sideline and a first down. Pushed out of bounds by Tegan Tomai, but he gets inside the 15 to the 13. It's another 13-yard gain for Lemon as he has become the go-to weapon in this passing game tonight.
Yeah, someone who we'll have to keep in mind for the possibility of a Maley Chiropractic Play of the Game nominee or possibly a MVP Insurance nominee here for the MVP of the game.
9th first down for Newcastle. 1st and 10 from the 15. They're in the red zone. Graham hands off Proctor. Nope, Graham kept. Nicely done on the fake, and Graham inside the 10. And he's going to be taken down right at the 9-yard line again on first down.
He runs that speed option so well, Eric, where he's, like you said there, you would think he's going to hand it off to Proctor there, and in the last moment keeps it back, cuts back to his left, and picks up those critical yardage. They bring up a 2nd down and short coming up here. He picked up about 6 on that play.
Newcastle working on a 6-minute drive here to open things up in the third quarter, trying to take the lead for the first time tonight. Hand off, Proctor stood up, and there's Cam Dana, who once again getting that penetration and throwing Proctor down for a loss.
Yeah, they got into the backfield there, and Proctor had no chance to really recover once he got the ball.
Ball back to the 12-yard line. It's a loss on the play of, let's see, a loss on the play of 2. It's been hard for these guys, Moore and Proctor, to get going running the football. That's one of the reasons why they've missed Jermaine Walker these 2 games. 3rd down and 8 from the 12. Graham stepping up to evade pressure, has to get rid of it, lobs it, end zone, touchdown, Kai Cox. 12-yard touchdown pass from Marino Graham to Kai Cox, and Newcastle with 5:16 to go in the third has grabbed the lead for the first time tonight.
Watch this quarterback just stay strong in that pocket, moves back up, looks and sees Cox breaking open, makes the perfect throw, and Cox goes up high, makes the catch, and the lead to the Canes here in the third quarter.
Richardson to attempt the point after, out of the hold of Mason Cook. 2 straight touchdowns for Newcastle as the point after try is up, and it is through. Our new score with 5:16 to go in the third quarter. Newcastle 14, West Allegheny 10. You're watching high school football coverage on the Lawrence County Sports Network powered by LCAP.
Thank you for calling AXE. Where can we take you today?
To work, to the store, to Grandma's house. AXE can get you there, but it's much more than a ride. It's a joyride.
I'm helping people. I'm getting them out of their house. I'm taking them to their doctors, to the grocery store.
They say I'm entertaining. Okay, we laugh, we joke, we sing, we tell stories.
They're like family to us.
Even if it's the same day, to schedule your joyride, call AXE today.
Kai Cox's first touchdown reception of the night. Marino Graham his 2nd touchdown pass of the night. Newcastle eats up over 6 minutes of clock on your Joseph's Marketplace drive summary. Here's a big return by Cornell as he's upended across the 40. Going to be good starting field position for West Allegheny, now trailing by 4.
Yeah, 11-play drive, Eric, 6 minutes, 40 seconds off the clock. Touchdown pass from Graham to Cox to give the Canes the lead 14-10 with 5:11 now remaining in the game after that kickoff return.
This West Allegheny offense, very physical in that first half. Cornell 56 yards rushing. Let's see if they go back to him right away. O'Connor will hand it off to him. Good burst through the line of scrimmage across the 45 to the 47 for a 4-yard gain on first down. Cornell's 15th carry tonight. Kai Cox, who steps up from that safety spot for the tackle. Important drive here really for both sides. Game hangs in the balance right now. Stop by Newcastle would be ideal for the Canes and for West Allegheny to keep doing what they were able to do in that first half. O'Connor. Cornell once again into Newcastle territory, tripped up at the last minute by Molina.
Yeah, they're just doing it what they did early in the first quarter, control that line of scrimmage, getting 4 or 5 yard runs and bringing up third down in very manageable situations where they really can do a lot of different things. Obviously, you got to look at McNabb, and when anytime he has the opportunity to have the ball in his hands, but what they have done really with Cornell has really been impressive.
Third down and 1 for West Allegheny.
Yep, they moved offside. Let's see what happened here. Each team believes the other one moved.
Pre-snap penalties have been a nightmare for these two teams tonight.
Yep.
That's going to go against Newcastle, and that's going to be a first down for West Allegheny.
Another dead ball foul against the Canes here.
That is penalty number 9 for Fred Mazzacco's squad tonight. 70 yards on 9 penalties. Big night on the Lawrence County Sports Network. Big week next week, too. Talk about that coming up in our postgame show tonight. O'Connor on first down, going to fling it far side. Catch on a comeback by Tomai is made. He is spun around at the ankles and falls down around the 37-yard line. 6-yard gain, just the second pass attempt tonight for O'Connor. First completion to his top target, Tomai.
Yeah. Really haven't had a need to put the ball in the air that much. They've really been able to control the line of scrimmage running the ball.
No, and they have not liked to throw much under Dave Shope, as he is in his 6th season as the head coach. Took over for Bob Palco after the 2018 season. More on that in a second. O'Connor. Cornell to the outside. Cornell is met by Harrison.
Yeah.
Tried to get out of his arm tackle, but Damian hung on.
Schaefer was there too, down below, making that play.
Here's a look at the replay. Jaden Schaefer had him by that left ankle, hanging on for dear life. Just a 2-yard gain for Cornell that time. It's going to be 3rd and 4. Yet Shope took over for Bob Palco, who resigned. The guy who was supposed to take over for Palco was Kim the Baldia, and he ended up following Palco to Mount Lebanon, and then obviously took over Union. Snap to O'Connor, handoff Cornell. Cornell finding space. Cornell exploding, and Kai Cox will have to drag him down from behind inside the 30 at the 27. It's a first down, a gain of 11.
That's a
for Cornell.
Touchdown saving tackle there by Kai Cox. Caught him from behind around the 30-yard line just when Cornell was breaking it outside, looking to stretch that towards the goal line.
Kim the Baldia's dad, very good friends with Bob Palco, so that's how those two ended up hooking up. And the rest, as they say, is history. Is O'Connor going to fling it far side. Tomai again. Tomai spun around, and he is down close to the 20-yard line. So now you're seeing Donovan O'Connor get into a rhythm here for West Allegheny in this second half.
This is an important drive for the Indians. If they can answer that touchdown here for the Canes, reestablish themselves, this clock's going quickly because they keep the ball on the ground. We're down approaching 1 minute left here in the third quarter.
Second down and 3. Cornell, and the Newcastle defense is there this time. Quaylen Davis And Mason Cox leading the charge. Mason Cooks, I beg your pardon.
Huge play there defensively for the Canes to get into the backfield, kind of control that line of scrimmage and get in play. Now, as the clock winding down, under 40 seconds here, they'll have to get at least one more play off. We'll see what happens on this third down and medium coming up here for West Allegheny.
They bring in Darcy St. Surin, the backup tight end, for extra protection, and Cornell goes right side, and Cornell picking his way. He's going to be short, maybe. Let's see.
That's going to be really close where they marked this.
This is an important spot here because this keeps the drive alive. They would probably kick it, I would think. They don't have to do anything with it now anyway because it's
going to be first down.
Yeah, it is going to be a first down. So a 4-yard gain that time by Cornell. What's going to be the final play of the third quarter as Newcastle takes the lead. Each team has not even completed a possession yet. As Newcastle ate up 6 minutes, West Allegheny is driving and will continue to do so when we come back for the fourth quarter. You're watching high school football coverage on the Lawrence County Sports Network, powered by LCAP.
Trust your body in our hands. From a scratch to a dent to a major repair, Nick's your man. Making your car look as good as new. Nobody does it better than Nick's Auto Body. Trust your body in our hands. Nick's Auto Body. Trust your body in our hands.
Whether you're hosting a big party, it's family dinner night, or you just need a place to go and watch the big game, the Crane Room Grill is the place to be. Need that something special for your upcoming event? Ask about the CR Brewing Company's custom brewing options to give your big day that personalized touch that your guests will never forget. Visit craneroom.com to see their full menu, or call in your takeout order now at 724-656-1553. The Crane Room Grill and CR Brewing Company, a winning combination.
Eric Thomas and Tim Continenz with you as we begin the fourth quarter. And it's West Allegheny on the march here, trailing by 4. They have a 1st and 10 after that first down run from the 17. It's Cornell again, left side this time, and he's going to pick his way for a couple. We got another late flag after the play. Marquise Wise had to stop that time for the Canes defense, which has been busy here tonight. Those tackle numbers are going to look good, but that's because West Allegheny's been pounding the football. See about the flag.
Another discussion after the play has been called.
Yeah, this was a late flag well after the play was over.
Another personal foul here?
I believe you are going to be correct because they're looking, it seems, half the distance. Yep. It is a dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct.
They didn't see him point what direction.
They did not point in a direction, but it does appear that it's going to be against Newcastle.
Newcastle, yeah, because the official's pointing is facing Newcastle's defense, so he'll be half the distance at the 15, so he'll be down about an 8-yard line. I'm assuming they're marking it off from the 15 where he's standing.
So the play for Cornell, the run's going to stand. And that's going to be an automatic first down again for
first and goal coming up here.
First and goal from the 7. So they take the ball all the way down to the 7-yard line. Cornell, short gain that time, but it's first and goal. West Allegheny trying to take the lead once again. They go to Cornell. Cornell slips through. Davis, the ball's loose. And it's recovered by St. Surin, who came in right at the end of the third quarter for protection. And he protects his team that time by pouncing on that loose ball.
Huge play there for the Indians to keep this drive alive as they have taken the ball all the way down inside the red zone, down to the 5-yard line. One more time here. Trailing this time for the first time tonight, 14-10, looking to regain the lead.
Full house backfield, Police and Probert. Fake. O'Connor slipped. He slipped trying to make a cut. Gianni Molina was there anyway. But O'Connor only gets back to the line of scrimmage, and it's going to be 3rd down and goal.
13 plays so far in this drive for West Allegheny, as it started back at their own 20-yard line.
West A is only 1 of 6 on 3rd down tonight. This would be a big one. It's got to be end zone or bust at this point. Interesting decision here. If they don't get this, do you kick it or do you go for it on 4th down? You might want to go for it because you don't know how many more times you're going to get the ball. Big 3rd down, handoff. Cornell up the middle. Cornell is going to be short of the goal line, and it's in fact going to bring up 4th and goal.
Brought down by Craig Davis and Johnny Molina.
Well, these are the decisions that really make and break an offense and defense scenario. You got to go for it. A field goal will not get you the lead. You're down under 10 minutes here to play. This is for all the marbles here early in the 4th quarter.
4th and goal for West Allegheny from the 3. O'Connor hands off. Cornell can walk in. Touchdown, West Allegheny. Unscathed, the 3-yard touchdown run by Brody Cornell. And West A with 9:41 to go in the contest has re-grabbed the lead at 16-14. Second touchdown run of the night for Cornell, this time from 3. Point after try by Tomai, all important here, as this makes it a field goal game to at least tie. Kick is away, and it is through. So Brody Cornell's touchdown run. Tomai's point after. West A takes the lead once again, 17-14, and a good one here at Taggart Stadium on the Lawrence County Sports Network, powered by LCAP.
Your hip, your knee, your shoulder, whatever has been holding you back, UPMC Orthopedic Care is where you'll find experts to help you get back to a better quality of life. UPMC is pioneering minimally invasive surgeries, and we offer personalized treatment plans and same-day surgery to get you home and moving sooner. It's your ankle, your elbow, your hand, and it's your move. Visit upmc.com/ortho to learn how UPMC can help.
Contractors, the Department of Healthy Homes needs you. From small to large residential projects, you can help families live safer and healthier with the quality work you do. It's rewarding in more ways than one. Call LCAP's Department of Healthy Homes today.
7-minute, 29-second drive for West Allegheny, capped by Brody Cornell's touchdown run from 3 yards out. It's 17-14 Indians. And your Joseph's Marketplace drive summary is they will kick it away, and Newcastle will have another chance here with 9:41 to go. As Tomai's run up kicks it away.
It's going to go out of bounds.
It is, and hit the flag, and Newcastle will get good starting field position here on a key drive here in this contest. I mean, this, again, you never know how many opportunities you're going to have. That was a 7-minute drive, so Newcastle eats up all that clock on their first drive, 6 minutes and 40 seconds.
I think they might kick this again. I'm curious to see if they'll keep that special teams out there, see if we can get the ball in the hands of Lemon or Cox and see if they can do something with it and make them kick 5 yards deep.
I'll tell you, Tim, I'm taking the ball.
I usually would too, but I think they're going to kick it again.
This is an interesting call here from the Newcastle side. And bottom line here, you want to be a championship team, you got to figure out how to win these type of tight games. It's going to be like this in the postseason. And this Newcastle team, is great as they have been, they're still a young team, but they will have to figure out a way to do this here with 9 minutes and 41 seconds left. On our Newcastle Transit Authority out-of-town scoreboard update, Southside is crushing Neshannock tonight, 35-7.
I did not see that big of a difference in that game going into it.
Not with 2 linemen apparently out for Southside tonight.
Yeah.
They will be on the road next week against Laurel in the showdown of showdowns in the Big 7. Could be for the Big 7 crown next Friday night at Laurel as Cox backpedals from the 5. Kai found a seam, and he's tripped up over the 25 at the 28. So good return by Cox. They lost about 7 had they just taken the penalty. But nonetheless, Newcastle will have the attack here with 9:35 to go.
Come on. Newcastle takes over, 1st and 10.
Chill in the air here tonight at Taggart Stadium, but a good night for football. A good crowd across the way from Beaver County making the trip. And a good one here through 3.5 as Newcastle trails by 3 with possession. Graham on first down. They go to Proctor. Proctor trying to come to the near side. Is upended as he hits the corner. And we're going to get another flag. Brody Cornell made the stop. Let's see what the flag is for. Initial signal is that it's against West Allegheny.
Cornell, penalty marker on the play.
Well, these games this season have been so flag happy.
Yeah. It just takes the rhythm out of a game.
And then
you have the discussion.
Yeah, the 15-minute discussion that we don't need here.
No, I mean, if you've
the
seen
call.
something, you made a call.
Yep, make
relay
the call.
the information, and then let's move on. It's going to go against Newcastle.
It is.
They're going to call a chop block against Newcastle, I think. They didn't signal nothing, but they're going to walk it off.
Well, and the official does have to look across the far way. We're on the visiting side, in the visiting box.
They're going to call it illegal formation. That was
illegal shift. Yeah.
And then they're going to say they're decline that one and take a holding penalty instead. That was a 10-yard penalty. All right.
So that takes the ball back to the 17 for Newcastle. 11th penalty tonight on the Hurricanes. They trail it by 3. Graham looking to air it out, does. Harrison into coverage, picked off by Nico Police. Right near the 45-yard line, Marino Graham threw it up for grabs, double coverage, and Nico Police comes down with the interception, his second of the season. It's a Madur Bonner Law change in possession. And here's the look at it again.
Police is actually down on the field after making this reception, and really no one hit him. It just kind of went down to the ground, and then maybe his leg just kind of gave out underneath him when he hit the ground.
It's a Madur Bonner Law change in possession. Make sure you protect your possessions at MadurBonnerLaw.com, your community firm with a personal connection and individualized service.
Well,
fifth interception thrown by Marino Graham this season.
This is going to put the Canes defense in a challenge. They have not been able to really control this offensive line and get them out. And now you're really going to face a scenario where you're West Allegheny taking the ball over at Newcastle's 47-yard line, leading by 3. This is going to be the challenge for this defense. It's rose up to the challenge throughout this season. Right now at home, they're going to have to come up with a big 3-and-out here, some way to prevent this Indians offense from advancing the ball.
It's been a big night for this ground game for West Allegheny. They'll try to grind this out here again as Cornell takes the handoff. They start from their own 47, or from the Newcastle 47.
Brought down by Jaden Schaefer.
Jaden Schaefer had the stop that time for Newcastle. It's going to be a short gain as we hit 9 minutes to go. You just don't see Graham make that many
errors
like that. And Fred Mazzocco said a couple weeks ago that he doesn't make the same mistake twice. The problem is he going to have another shot here tonight?
That's the question. That's why it's going to be up to this defense to come up big. They already gave up 3 yards here on that first down.
That's a tough throw for any quarterback to make into double coverage, let alone a young freshman, as Cornell gets the handoff. Good head of steam by Brody Cornell, hit by Marquise Wise. And he's going to take it down inside the 40 to the 36 for a gain of 7. He's right near the stick. That's going to put Cornell at 100 yards tonight. It's going to be just short, so it's another 3rd down here for West Allegheny. They've converted just 2 of them tonight. bigger issue here. They do give him the first
down.
Yep.
Yeah.
So they do give him the first down. Cornell tonight, 24 carries for 100 yards. He had 296 on 47 carries coming into play tonight. 1st and 10 from the 37. Cornell once again. Cornell to the outside. Cornell exploited up the sideline. Cornell stays in bounds, and then he's dragged out of bounds by a slew of red shirts. Another first down for West Allegheny with 7:37 to go in the contest. It's become the Brody Cornell show.
Yeah, I was going to say, he got to the edge there, Eric, and once he was able to put his head down and just plow forward and picked up another first down. And it has just been West Allegheny really controlling the tempo of this ball game here in the second half. Just continue to run it right down the throats of this defense, which we have seen in previous opportunities come up big. But right now, they just are parting like the Red Sea.
And off Cornell once again. By the way, his 25th carry that he had the previous carry, his best in the night, his biggest run of the night. They just continue to move the ball inside the Newcastle 20 down to the 16. That's a 5-yard gain again for Cornell. He's got 127 yards rushing tonight.
He has been the offense. He has done a great job looking at the holes, finding them, using his strength not to go down, picking up extra yards after initial contact. He's done a wonderful job here for this Indians team. Is 1-1 in the conference play coming into tonight's play.
Game that they need to win, Newcastle, as Cornell once again the carry. They're content with just doing this. And nickel and diming this Newcastle defense here. They really, it takes the field goal out of an equation, though, because then a touchdown beats you. So they've got to be thinking 6 here.
Oh, they have to be thinking 6, and it's a 2-down territory on 3rd down and 2. So it's going to be huge for this defense. If they can make a stop here on 3rd down, they definitely got to make the stop no matter what and keep them out of the end zone.
Big moment here for this Newcastle defense on 3rd down and 2 from the 13. Cornell to the outside. He's got the first down and more. Cornell is shoved out of bounds, but he gets the first down deep into Newcastle territory. Marquise Wise had to stop that time, but it's going to be 1st and goal, West Allegheny with 5:37 to go.
Yeah, just ran out to the short side of the field, getting to the edge, then getting parallel and just going forward again. Hard to bring down when he gets a full steam ahead. Cornell has just been dominating as a one-on-one runner against this defense. And it's be 1st and goal as they look for potential of a Parada Jones-McCree touchdown coming up here.
It's going to make it a 2-score game if West A is successful. And off. Nope, O'Connor kept, and he's down to the 5. The ball, did it come loose? They're going to say he was down. Ball did jar loose, but O'Connor was down. And that's going to bring up 2nd and goal from the 3, a 2-yard run for O'Connor that time. Gianni Molina, who's been busy tonight, again with the stop.
We're approaching another 5-minute drive here. And this drive started at the 47-yard line of Newcastle.
This Newcastle defense just looking worn down right now as West Allegheny just playing for their lives as well at 2-4. Going to hand it off to Cornell. Cornell cuts back. Cornell pushing, driving. Cornell is in the end zone for the touchdown with 4:19 to go. That young man is having himself a career night. And he might have kept his team's season alive with that touchdown run.
Yeah, 8-play drive, taking 5 minutes and 3 seconds off the clock.
Toma to add the extra point. And the point after try is good. Brody Cornell, his 3rd touchdown run of the night, is the biggest one so far for West Allegheny as they now lead it 24-14 over Newcastle. This is the Lawrence County Sports Network, powered by LCAP.
I love what I do because coming in every day is different.
How can you not enjoy these kids coming up and hugging you and giving you these great smiles all throughout the day?
Seeing the progress that our kids make every single day is one of the reasons I love coming to school.
What should we do? We have fun.
LCAP Early Learning Centers is hiring. Help empower young minds in Lawrence County and become a superhero today. Apply at lcap.org.
Contractors, the Department of Healthy Homes needs you. From small to large residential projects, you can help families live safer and healthier with the quality work you do. It's rewarding in more ways than one. Call LCAP's Department of Healthy Homes today.
Brody Cornell, his third touchdown run of the night. He's got 141 yards to go along with him. And Newcastle down by 10 is going to have to figure out a way to get out of this hole with 4:19 to go. It's going to have to be quick as Cox will field a kick at the 4. Cox trying to find space, gets to the 30. And he's going to be ganged up on at the 31, and that's where Newcastle will start at 1st and 10, down by 10.
Yeah, 4 minutes, 10 seconds, down by 10 points. They're going to need big plays. Let's just be straight here. They're going to have to find a way to get the ball to their playmakers and make something happen. Whoever that may be, if it is Graham on a break, if it's Kai Cox, if it's Harrison, if it's Lemon, some way, somehow, they're going to need big plays.
They bring in Demetrius Fambro along the offensive line for some extra blocking. Graham going to have to throw it over the middle. Catch is made by Cox. He is hip checked hard by Tomai, who flexes after the tackle. Going to be a short gain up to the 35. It's only a 3-yard pickup.
They're going to have to go quickly here. They're still going to huddle up and bring in the play from the sideline. Trailing by 10, you're not going to have many opportunities.
Yeah, there isn't really much a sense of urgency right now for Newcastle. Down to 3:35 to go. Trying to stay in first place. Graham has to step up. Graham going to throw it. Catch made. Cox again. Cox broke away from one tackler, and he's across the 50 into West Allegheny territory at the 48 with 3:24 to go.
And just over the middle pass probably to Cox. And a nice play. Kept his feet after initial hit. Get the ball across midfield.
It's a first down for Newcastle. Graham going to air it out again. He's looking deep for Harrison, and that is out of bounds.
Yeah, you got to give Graham credit. He hung in there as he was being hit as he delivered that ball, as it was unfortunately uncatchable going out of bounds. But he did what he had to do as a freshman to hang in there to give his teammates an opportunity to make a play.
Southside is approaching the mercy rule against Neshannock. Laurel defeated Shenango tonight 42-0. So that's going to set it up for next Friday night. Southside and Laurel, what might be for the Big 7 title. Meanwhile, in this contest, West Allegheny is hanging on to its hopes, trying to get to 3 and 4. And Newcastle, boy, they are just going to get a big dose of pressure.
They just got a penalty.
They got a penalty after the play. I'm going to mark it back to the 42-yard line, so 6-yard. I don't know what.
It could be a 10-yard penalty.
10-yard penalty because it was into West Allegheny territory. 12th penalty tonight. 1st and 20 from the 42 now for the Canes. Graham, time, throws, catch is in and out of the hands of Davis.
Right, just right down the seam. Davis had the man beat, turned around, and the ball was there, just unable to make the catch. And bring up a 2nd down and 20 coming up here for the Canes. But that's what they're going to need. They're going to need something downfield to go their way. You may even right now think about trying to pull out one of your if you have a trick play, you're desperate right now. You need a big play.
The upcoming schedule for Newcastle, the final 2 games are at Ambridge and at Blackhawk. And the way it looks right now, they're going to have to win both.
And they're on the road.
Graham On second down and long, and he is going to get away from Dana, but he can't get away the second time. We got a flag fly in after the play as Dana, who has been a problem all night up front for this Newcastle front.
It's going to be another personal foul. This time it's going to be good on the defense.
Yeah, it's going to be an automatic first down for Newcastle. They needed that.
Is it an automatic first down or is it just 15 yards?
I'm sorry, it's 15, so it's going to be second down and 5. Fifth penalty against West Allegheny tonight. And again, you know, this discussion here, guys, come on.
Like, I mean, you made the call.
A team trying to rally and a team trying to hang on. We don't have time for, you know, coffee and donuts here, guys. We got to get moving. So it is going to be a 15-yard penalty. Take the ball back into West Allegheny territory.
Second down and 9 coming up here, Eric.
Trying to rally here is Newcastle. Graham throws it far side. One hops in front of his intended receiver, Harrison. He's missed 3 in a row now, has Graham.
Trying to get one of his receivers in space and just laid it low. Unable to deliver it there to Harrison. So third down and 9, obviously 2 down territories, but you want to be able to get something here to set up a 4th down if necessary.
From the 47, it's 3rd and 9. Graham low snap. Freshman steps up, lobs it. Lemon the catch. Lemon to the sideline. Lemon a stiff arm. Lemon the first down as he is staying inbounds on that West A sideline, but more importantly, it is a first down, a needed first down for Newcastle.
I'll stop the clock momentarily as they reset the chains. And you got to get this play in quick here from the sidelines with only 2:33 remaining. But Lemon has had a big game here offensively for the Canes.
8 catches for 85 yards tonight for Chase Lemon. From the 32, first down, 2.5, 2:33 to go. Graham, pressure. Graham got away. Marino Graham looking. Marino Graham still can't find it, but he throws it back across the middle of the field. It's intercepted. It is intercepted by Brody Malatak, and West Allegheny is going to come on the road and pull off a massive upset at Taggart Stadium as they pick off Marino Graham for the second time tonight.
Yeah, he threw across his body. He's seen the guy open, and Malatak just cut in front of the receiver and made the play for the interception, and that is going to give the Indians the opportunity to close out this ball game with 2:23 remaining here in the 4th quarter. You got to give West Allegheny a lot of credit. I tell you every week, Eric, getting on a bus, traveling, and playing your best football is one of the most difficult things to do in high school sports. Especially when you're a 2-4 team, you got to give a lot of credit to West Allegheny and how they handled themselves tonight and what they did here at Taggart Field.
Yeah, big job, big game by that young man right there, Brody Cornell, as he gets another 5-yard gain. Jaden Schaefer the tackle. Newcastle has all 3 timeouts left, so they're going to take a Pontius Insurance timeout now. Visit PontiusInsurance.com to request a quote for auto, home, business, or life insurance. So here's what's going to happen now for Newcastle. They are going to lose here tonight by whatever the final score ends up being. They go on the road to Ambridge next week. They go on the road to Blackhawk to close the season out. They are now going to find themselves likely in a tie for first place in the Parkway, as Aliquippa took on Blackhawk tonight. We'll try to get a final on that game for you. They do have the game advantage over Montour, who, if they win tonight, would be 2-1 as well. And West Allegheny would then have the advantage over Newcastle, as they will go to 2-1. So you're going to have 5 teams potentially that are 2-1 in the conference. And remember, only 8 teams make the playoffs in 4A, and Newcastle put itself in a pretty tough spot now with 2 games left, as Cornell is going to have another handoff across the 25 to the 27.
And this is going to give West Allegheny huge bonus points when you talk about it because they came on the road and got this victory. It is just going to make a big difference when they talk in committee about any type of tiebreakers, and what they consider important. So it's going to be an important 2 weeks on the road. But the first one up is Ambridge. That's the one that's going to matter most after this game finishes. They need a little miracle here. If they can force a turnover themselves here from one of the rushing game here, keep your hopes alive for a big play. Who knows? But it is asking a lot, trailing by 10, under 2 minutes left in the ball game. Crazier things happen, but they don't happen very often.
Yeah, unbelievable turn of events here tonight. West Allegheny took the early 10-0 lead. And Newcastle did its part to get the lead back, but then 2 unanswered touchdowns by West A, as Cornell is going to have enough for the first down as he's across the 30 to the 31 on a 3-yard gain, and that's going to pretty much do it.
One of the most impressive things you can do in football is run the ball. If you have the ability to establish the offensive line, establish the line of scrimmage, running the ball can control a game so well, and they did that here tonight with Brody Cornell. I mean, he's just done a great job following his blocks, getting outside, being a difficult tackle, and going downfield, getting into the end zone 3 different times. I mean, you got to give credit to West Allegheny how they came in here with a game plan. I mean, it's a game plan everyone knew they were going to do. They don't throw the ball very often. They love to run the ball and force this defense up until tonight has played well against most teams' offense, but tonight this defense just got worn down by that offensive line here for Allegheny or West Allegheny, and been able to really establish themselves here tonight. Impressive. They're going in victory formation.
1:54 to go, and O'Connor will kneel down on it for the first time. Newcastle cannot stop the clock. The remaining games for West Allegheny are Blackhawk next week and then Montour the week after that. And they lost a close game to Aliquippa too. So, I mean, I feel like this team knows what it is right now. Aliquippa, by the way, is beating Blackhawk 34-17 right now. So you can chalk them up with a win, and they will go to 2-1 in the conference. Of course, Newcastle has the advantage over them.
Yeah.
And Montour, so that is important. But if they get in a tie with West Allegheny, the conference would go to West Allegheny, but then Newcastle, provided they win out the next 2 weeks, would likely be able to squeeze in as a wild card. But then you're on the road instead of hosting games here at Taggart Stadium, as O'Connor is going to kneel down again.
And now under a minute here to play in tonight's game. And again, it's just an impressive outing here from West Allegheny. Came in here and just dominated what they wanted to do with the ball. Run the ball, use Cornell, use Melitek, as when necessary, catching the ball. And, Tomai did a nice job. Jason McNabb, we've seen him a couple times early in the game, but we didn't see him in the second half run the ball. It has been nothing but Cornell.
There's going to be another kneel down, and that's going to be the final play of the contest. West Allegheny comes on the road, and they get a major victory tonight, an upset victory over Newcastle, as they win it by a final tonight of 24-14. West Allegheny goes to 3-4 overall, and Newcastle loses for just the second time this season. They fall to 6-2, and they will be in a tie for first place record-wise right now, at least with Aliquippa. We'll check the Montour score. And by the way, Aliquippa does have Montour next week, so that is, for all intent and purposes, an elimination game, not just for the Parkway, but potentially for the WPIAL playoffs. We'll talk about all of it when we come back on the postgame show. Big upset win tonight for West Allegheny. Congratulations to Dave Shoup and his squad as they win it tonight by 10. You've been watching high school football coverage on the Lawrence County Sports Network, powered by LCAP.
Looking for quality concrete services? Contact the experienced professionals at Doran Concrete. Our company is family, locally owned and operated, and has been serving the community for over 30 years.
Get residential or commercial concrete services for any size job. Our skilled professionals offer prompt and reliable services at an affordable price. We believe in the principles of honesty, integrity, and reliability. Get in touch with us for exceptional concrete services at prices that you can afford.
Kick off the school year with a visit to Sims Cafe on Wilmington Road, serving breakfast, lunch, and signature beverages. Stop in, give them a call, or order online at simscafe.net. Kids 10 and under get a free pancake or waffle every Saturday. With new specials weekly, it's no wonder Sims Cafe is where sandwiches equal smiles.
Being the home team, to playing at home. And at LGKG, we have been your home team for over 90 years.
We're more than just a law firm. We're your friends, your neighbors, an advocate when life takes an unexpected turn.
We're not just lawyers that practice law. We live in this community, just like you.
When you need us most, we're at our best.
Like in sports, it takes a great team to protect you, your family, and your business. MVP Insurance is that team. From home and auto to life and commercial insurance, you can count on us for coverage that adapts to your needs.
We're committed to excellence for our clients' experience and in serving our community.
It's a winning combination.
MVP Insurance. Don't get left on the sidelines. Log on to mvpins.com or call today to get your free quote.
For the most complete recap of Friday night's high school football action, tune in on your way home from the game to the WPIAL Scoreboard Show, only here on the Trib Live High School Sports Network. Hi, this is Don Rebel. Join me in a cast of thousands for all the scores with recaps from the top games, plus we highlight the night on the Trib Live Roundtable. That's the WPIAL Scoreboard Show after the game on Friday nights on the Trib Live High School Sports Network and at tribhssn.triblive.com.
Just like going to the doctor, our homes need a checkup too. If your home is not properly weatherized, you could be at risk for symptoms that cause unhealthy ailments and higher utility bills. The Weatherization Assistance Program is the key to reducing utility costs and increasing comfort in your home. Services include an in-home energy audit to inspect your furnace and hot water tank, check for air sealing around windows and doors, and ensure adequate insulation and ventilation. Learn more at LCAP.org or call the Department of Healthy Homes to get your checkup today.
When the high school season heats up, make sure you have the best gear to support your school. Head to the Red Zone on Wilmington Road in the Shannock for all your county sporting apparel needs. From sporting goods to custom apparel to embroidery and more, the Red Zone has it all. Quality gear for all 8 schools in the County of Champions. Stop by and enter the Red Zone or visit them online at theredzonesports.com. Score big at the Red Zone.
For 20 years, Melee Chiropractic has treated athletes of all ages to help them get safely back to the top of their game. Melee Chiropractic has 3 full-time doctors in their office, and all 3 are former area athletes who have had to battle injuries throughout their careers. They want to help you get safely back on your feet. But more importantly, help stop the injuries before they happen. Prehab before you rehab. Attention all high school student athletes. During your sports season, a $30 visit to the Melee Chiropractic office includes an adjustment and/or all therapy is necessary. From the athletes of tomorrow to the weekend warriors and everything in between. Let Melee Chiropractic keep you in the game.
Joseph's Marketplace is Newcastle's favorite family-owned hometown grocery store and coffee shop. Fresh meats and produce, full-line deli, homemade foods, and much more. Joseph's Marketplace has hot foods prepared every day. They also have Newcastle favorites like grape leaves, hummus, and wedding soup available daily. Follow Joseph's Marketplace on Facebook and Instagram for daily updates or stop in to see what's cooking each day. Come hang out at the brand new cafe and bakery, full of great coffee, drinks, sandwiches, snacks, sweets, and free Wi-Fi. In a rush? Go to josephsnc.com and place your cafe order online. Joseph's Marketplace, family owned and operated since 1915.
Works in Progress Painting wishes a successful and satisfying season to all the Lawrence County sports teams and athletes. Work hard and bring honor to your team, school, and family in how you play. Joe Wright and his family have been providing painting, window cleaning, and other property services for business and homeowners in the Lawrence County area for over 10 years. Their goal on every project is to provide a meaningful service that honors their customer, God, and their family, and to have fun while doing it. Works in Progress is now booking interior painting projects for both residential and commercial projects. Call Joe today at 724-714-4294 to discuss your next project.
Lawrence County SportsNet is proud to honor Neshannock's Maddie Arrow as the September Red Zone Female Athlete of the Month for finishing as section runner-up in girls tennis, the doubles champion in the section, and qualifying for states in doubles. LC SportsNet is also proud to honor Neshannock's Rocco Baiuti as the September Male Athlete of the Month for finishing third in the WPIAL Golf Championships and qualifying for states. Congratulations and best of luck to Neshannock's Rocco Baiuti and Maddie Arrow, the September Red Zone Athletes of the Month.
Calling all sports fans. Never miss a moment with real-time alerts, keeping you in the loop when your favorite teams are playing.
Get instant updates sent straight to your phone with game schedules, changes, and all the latest news.
You can receive important updates and reminders, so you're always prepared for game time.
Be the first to cheer on your local teams and show your support.
Receive important updates and reminders, so you're always prepared for the game.
Signing up is quick and easy. Don't miss out. Sign up now and stay connected to the action.
Plus, follow us on social media for live updates, behind-the-scenes content, and community news.
Tri-County Principals Association post-game show here from Taggart Stadium as West Allegheny comes on the road tonight and knocks off Newcastle by a final score of 24-14. Let's recap tonight's gem of a game with the Gem Master Builders and Craftsmen scoring recap. As first it was West Allegheny who got on the field with a 39-yard Tegan Tomai field goal. That was an 8-play, 65-yard drive that ate up 4.5 minutes. 3-0 West Allegheny at that point. Go to the second quarter then with 7:38 to go in the half. And it was Brody Cornell, his first of 3 touchdown runs tonight. Tomai's kick made it 10-0. That was a 7-play, 38-yard drive that ate up 2.5 minutes. Newcastle 5 minutes later, 5 minutes and 33 seconds later, gets off the mat as Marino Graham hits Chase Lemon for a 6-yard touchdown pass on a 7-play, 71-yard drive to cut the lead to 10-7. And then in the third quarter on a lengthy 7-minute drive, almost a 7-minute drive, it was Graham finding Kai Cox on an 11-play drive to begin the second half. Newcastle then takes the lead at 14-10, and it looks like they might have a little bit of momentum on their side. But West A wears them down the rest of the way. 2 touchdowns in the fourth quarter by Cornell, both of the 3-yard variety. Tomai extra points, 10-point difference, 24-14. Your final, West Allegheny with the upset victory. And that's your Gem Master Builders and Craftsmen scoring recap. Family-owned and operated general contractor for 4 generations. Their extensive construction experience, design capabilities, and creative process allow them to help any project and meet any challenge. Building the community for 70 years, visit gembuilders.com for more information. Look at the final stats here. They've been on your screen for a minute or so, and they kind of tell a little bit of this story as Newcastle ends up with just 182 yards of offense. They did pick it up some in the second half, particularly with Marino Graham throwing for 146 yards, but he was picked off twice in that second half. Finished 14 of 24 with the 2 interceptions, 2 touchdowns, 146 yards through the air. Where Newcastle struggled tonight on the ground. They could not get anything going on the ground tonight. Graham was the leading rusher with 8 carries for 29 yards. They finished with 14 carries for 36 yards. Far and away, one of their worst rushing performances of the season. This is a team that has prided itself on the ground, and getting behind that offensive line, they could not get started on the ground at all tonight. The one bright spot in the passing game, Chase Lemon, 8 catches, 85 yards tonight. Kai Cox added 5 for 49, and Damian Harrison had the other catch for 12 yards. You see penalties, big issue there tonight as well. 12 for Newcastle, just 5 for West Allegheny, and a lot of them pre-snap penalties. They also got hit with a couple of personal fouls early in this game. that caused some issues. Third down, Newcastle better in the second half, 4 for 8 they finish up, but not much to really write home about offensively as they struggle after the 2 touchdowns to take the lead, and they get shut out the final 9 minutes and 41 seconds of this game. And Tim Continenza, it was a rough night for Newcastle to start. They just couldn't get anything going. I mean, this was a physical West Allegheny defense. This was a physical West Allegheny offensive front. They pounded Newcastle up front, controlled the line of scrimmage. We didn't tell you, but Brody Cornell finishes tonight with 32 carries, I beg your pardon, for 152 yards. So he had 152 of the 176 yards of offense they had tonight.
It was just too much Cornell. They just absolutely really controlled the clock and controlled the line of scrimmage throughout the night, especially in the second half. They never panicked when they went down by 4. When Newcastle went down the field on the second half kickoff and took the lead, they scored right before halftime. They scored right after halftime, and it looked like Newcastle may be taking control of this ball game in the second half. And it was just a steady diet of that rush game, and they just never relented, doing exactly what they needed to do. Advantage of a couple field position situations on the one pick. They had the ball at their own at Newcastle's 47-yard line, took advantage of that, took 5 minutes off the clock, and going into the end zone to take the lead. And it was really just a matter of them just doing exactly what they want to do. Newcastle, last win over the Indians came back in 2008, and that streak will continue as they fall here tonight, 24-14. It was just a steady diet of the rush game and watching that clock just disappear.
Yeah, it really was, and it's kind of funny to think that they extinguished Aliquippa for the first time since 1987. They come back and they beat Montour for the first time in a while. Can't do it against West Allegheny, who of the 3 of those teams, record-wise anyway, the weakest of those 3.
Right.
And they just could not get it done here tonight. And that sets them up for a big-time must-win next week on the road against Ambridge. As all these teams now, again, keep in mind, Newcastle tiebreaker over Montour, tiebreaker over Aliquippa, so that is huge. They won't have a tiebreaker over West Allegheny if it comes down to it for the Parkway Conference. But really, just to make it an easy task, win out. It's as simple as that. Win the last 2 games of the year, and they should be in the playoffs, and they could still win the Parkway Conference, but they just made that trek to get to that title a little bit tougher. And they're going to have to play much, much better on the road next week against Ambridge, especially running the football and defensively, too. That's an Ambridge team that's not very good. Let's be honest about it. They were beaten by this West Allegheny team 70-0. So you hope after a week of kind of recovering from this and looking over the film and seeing some of the things that they did wrong that Newcastle's going to be in a much better position next Friday night when they hit the road for the final of 2 games here.
Well, you're going to find out the muster of this team. I've talked about it many times, and I'll continue to talk about it because it shows you what you're built of and what this program needs to take that next step, and that's to be able to travel, play well, and give themselves opportunities to win a ball game. Obviously, you can only control your own destiny in the sense of what's in front of you. They have to play Ambridge first. They got to find a way to come away with a victory there and then come back a week later and try to win it again. And if they can finish off the season with the 2 wins, that's all they can do. I mean, what help they may or may not receive is out of their control. All they can do is take advantage of the game that they have to play in the next Friday night, and that's at Ambridge. And that's what's all that's really they have to turn the page towards. And but really impressive night here tonight to West Allegheny, and the way they were able to control the line of scrimmage, do what they wanted to do, run the ball with Cornell, and run that clock down, and limit Newcastle's opportunities with the ball. And then you can't turn over the ball. I mean, it was just a huge play in the game. The freshman played like a freshman at times tonight, and you're going to see that. That's why they're freshmen. They're going to make mistakes. You know, Coach Mo mentioned that he doesn't make the same mistake twice. Well, that's wonderful, but it also tells you that he is going to make a mistake, and you expect that at this age. You know, but he can learn from it, and hopefully this team will take a opportunity to take advantage of this scenario and see what they can come up with, because not that their back's up against the wall, but they're going to find out what they're made of here in the next 2 weeks. And it's going to be a challenge for them to go on the road and win. It's something that this program has not been successful at over a long period of time.
Yeah, without question. Let's take a look one final time at the Newcastle Transit out-of-town scoreboard. Some of these games are final. Some of them we're still trying to track down some updates for you. In the 4A Parkway Conference, Aliquippa led Blackhawk 34-17 last time we saw that. The big game in Class 4A tonight, it's McKeesport demolishing Mars right now, 49-24. That game is in the fourth quarter. In the 2A Midwestern Conference, area teams Freedom defeats Union tonight 20-14. It was Elwood City, a 40-14 winner over Riverside. That's big for the Wolverines as they keep their playoff hopes alive. Last report we had, it was halftime, and Mohawk led Western Beaver 19-7. We have not heard anything from that game since. So hopefully Mohawk, for their sake, was able to hang on and win that game. That would be the first loss for Western Beaver and a must-win for Mohawk. They have to win out to have any shot at the playoffs. In the Big 7 in Single A, Laurel defeats Shenango tonight 42-0, and Southside goes on the road to Neshannock and takes apart the Lancers 35-7, and that's going to set up next week at Laurel, 7 o'clock kickoff for the really for the inside track on a Big 7 championship. Southside taking on Laurel next week at Laurel with a 7 o'clock kick. That'll be right here on the Lawrence County Sports Network. We'll keep you updated on the other game we have for you next week as well. And the last report we had from Wilmington, they were up on Mercer 28-0, so they're well on their way to victory there tonight. Time to hand out our awards here tonight, as we are going to give our two main awards out. The Mele Chiropractic Play of the Game award tonight. The one bright spot was when Newcastle took the lead in this game on a Marino Graham touchdown pass to Kai Cox. They hook up again. They hooked up a couple times last week. They do it again here tonight to give their team a 4-point lead in the second half. That was a good drive to start the third quarter. They went right down the field, ate up over half the quarter, and took the lead. So the Mele Chiropractic Play of the Game goes to Marino Graham and Kai Cox. Mele Chiropractic and the Lawrence County SportsNet are proud to honor those two for tonight's Play of the Game. They'll get a customized T-shirt courtesy of the Red Zone. To view tonight's Mele Chiropractic Play of the Game and the season's list of top plays, go online to lcsportsnet.com and click on Play of the Game. Congratulations to Kai Cox and Marino Graham for tonight's Mele Chiropractic Play of the Game. Let Mele Chiropractic keep you in the game. The MVP Insurance MVP of the Game award tonight. You know, and typically we try to keep it with our home teams, but it's going to Brody Cornell tonight for his performance right here on the road. 32 carries, 152 yards, 3 touchdowns. Basically put the team on his back and took them to victory here tonight against Newcastle. So MVP Insurance is proud to present the MVP of the Game award to Brody Cornell of West Allegheny. Brody got a customized shirt courtesy of the Red Zone for his play tonight. To view the full list of this year's game MVPs, go online to lcsportsnet.com and click on MVP of the Game. Congratulations to Brody Cornell of West Allegheny for being named tonight's MVP of the Game. MVP Insurance. Call MVP for the win. That's going to put a bow on this week, Week 7. It is over, and it's going to be a tough road now for Newcastle as they're going to have to win the final 2 games to assure themselves of a playoff spot on the road against Ambridge and then Blackhawk to finish out the season. Both games will be on the road, and they're going to get some. They're going to have to get some help. But the main thing is they just need to win out and get those 2 victories and put themselves in a position to win the Parkway and also get a top seed or one of the top seeds, potentially one of the top 2 or 3 seeds in the playoffs still up for grabs if they can win out. We'll see what happens here the rest of the way. 4A seems like it's pretty wide open, but they're going to have some work to do as the last 2 weeks of the season unfold. We'll talk to you Wednesday night for our preview show, Beyond the Scoreboard. James Dotson and myself in the Lawrence County Sports Network Sports Studios. We'll bring that to you around 7 o'clock. And an update from that Mohawk game, 33-20 late in the fourth quarter for Mohawk. So it looks like they're going to win that game tonight. Man, that is a big win for Tim McCutcheon and his side as they need to keep their hopes alive with a win over unbeaten Western Beaver. They do that here tonight. And they hopefully can string together a couple wins here at the end of the season to maybe get one of those bids in 2A. So Wednesday night, Beyond the Scoreboard, we'll talk to you then. And then Friday night, the big showdown in the Big 7. It's Laurel and Southside, and we'll have that game for you on the Lawrence County Sports Network. beginning at 6:30 next Friday night, the final 2 weeks of the high school football season, regular season, and then it's on to the second season in the postseason right here on the Lawrence County Sports Network, powered by LCAP.
Your voice for Lawrence County sports.
The gold ball headed home